Hello everybody, good evening and welcome to the Champions League semi-finals leg 2. We're in Italy, it's in the San Siro and it's here we go because I've got the wrong thing on the screen. But we'll change that. It's Inter Milan against Barcelona. It's 3-3 from the first leg and we will get a winner tonight. Lots to digest and we will get our first Champions League finalist like I said. Who you got? Who's going to win this? Let me know in the comments. But also, just been over on the United stand actually. Very interesting question to pose you lot. Manchester United, true story, offered a world transfer record in the UK for Bruno Fernandes. He could earn £1.25 million a week. What do you do? Do you take the money? Is it easy to observe that from the outside in? What would you do if you were a Liverpool fan and somebody came along and said, we'll give you £100 million for Alexis McAllister and we'll give him £1.25 million a week? What would you do at Arsenal if someone came along and says, we'll give you £180 million for Declan Rice and we'll give him £2 million a week? What would you do? No, don't ask Man City. What would you do at Chelsea if someone came along and said, we'll give you £180 million for Cole Palmer? Do you take the money? Do you take the money? Or do you go, no, these players are too important for what we're trying to achieve? Let me know your thoughts on that one. Certainly. Okay, yeah, so team news, I suppose, is the first order of the day here. Very excited about this. It's on Amazon Prime. That doesn't excite me, but it is exciting. I'm trying to think where I'll watch it. Will I put it on that screen or this screen? I think I'll put it on that screen. Anyway, there is the Inter team for you. You can see that up on screen for you. Thuram and Martinez up front. Dumfries, brilliant last week. DeMarco, Barella, Calhanoglu, Mkhitaryan, Acerbi, Bisek and Bastoni with Sommer in goal. I think it's pretty much the team from last week. Chesney, Garcia, Gabasi, Martinez, Martin, De Jong, Pedri, Olmo, Yamal, Rafinha, Torres. Obviously, Lewandowski is back, but he's on the bench. He's not fit to start. So he is on the bench for them. Barcelona, Inter, who you got? Let me know in the chat. I'm going to do a little bit of a poll here as well. Who goes through? Who goes through? You know what? This is what is exciting me about this because I think I want Barca in the final. Stylistically, I think they're easier on the eye. You've got people like Yamal, Rafinha, Pedri, etc. But I actually think Inter might do it. I think people have been writing Inter off for too long, and I think that in a semi-final in their own backyard, they've got a good chance, and I think it's going to take something special. Look, we've seen what Barcelona can do, but this is at the San Siro, this is Inter Milan, and I think they're more than capable here of doing something very, very special. So who am I going to go for? I can see it going extra time in penalties, you know. I think it's one of those. I think it's really hard. I think it's really hard to figure it out what's going to happen here. Anyway, thanks everyone who's watching. Please do share the video. Let's see how many we can get watching tonight. Thanks for getting involved. I'm going to read some of your comments now. But yeah, I'm going to go... Yeah, I still didn't give you an answer. I think it's going to go to extra time. Didn't answer the question, you prat. I think Inter are going to go through. Yeah, I've got a feeling, not a bad feeling, I just think they will. No Balde or Kunde, says Donut Man. Would you still take De Jong at United, says NAU? Mate, I'd still take bloody Schneider at Man United. Wish it. Of course, I can't legitimately sit here and say I wouldn't take Frankie de Jong at Man United. He's playing a Champions League semi-final for Barcelona. Of course I bloody would. Only an idiot wouldn't. If you tell me what I'm paying for him, I might say no. But if it's just, will I take Frankie de Jong? Yes, please. It's the Yamal show, says Maliki. Joke is a Villa fan. What are your thoughts on the Spurs fixture move? The hypocrisy when our fixture against Liverpool didn't get moved when we faced PSG. Yeah, I think this is a very good comment. Thank you very much for your super chat. So very, very relevant to That's Football as well. So Manchester United have always been penciled in to play Chelsea the Friday before the Europa League final, which is on a Wednesday night. Spurs were always penciled in to play on the Sunday. They've moaned and they've had it moved to the Friday. Some people think it's controversial. I don't care. I don't actually care. But what I think will be hilarious is if they lose on Thursday and they've moved the fixture for nothing. That would make me laugh, Joe, to be honest. But I don't really care, what does it matter, really? A few days extra rest. If they think that helps them, great. I don't want PSG to win. I hope Barca go through tonight, says Anu. Mark, what did you make of Angry Ginge and the Baller League last night? I didn't watch much of the Baller League last night because I was busy, but I did see that, and I just think I should be a manager. I've said it for a long time. I think I'd bring some class and watchability to that tournament. Most of their managers aren't even bothering to turn up. I tell you what game I did watch. I watched Deport Rio against Santan Dave. Santan Dave have got a lovely kit. They've got a brilliant team, and their manager's hardly ever there. So I just think, people might want to have a pop at Ginge for getting involved in all that, but he's there every week. He actually gets the brief of what that tournament's meant to be all about. So I'll leave it there. I would love to be a manager at some point, and it would get the proper treatment, but we will see. I don't want us to sell Bruno, but what if it was the only way for Amorim to get many of his number one targets? Would you reluctantly accept it, Mark, says Bill? Look, I don't trust the Glazers. I think if Arsenal sold Declan Rice for £200 million, Arteta would get £200 million. I think if Chelsea sold Cole Palmer for £200 million to the Saudi Pro League, Maresca would get £200 million. I think if Liverpool reluctantly sold Alexis McAllister for £150 million to the Saudi Pro League, Slot would get £150 million. I think if Amorim reluctantly sold Bruno to the Saudi Pro League for £120 million, he'd get 20. Because 100 million of it would just disappear. So I don't trust United to do it. And also what you've got to remember is, if the whole world knows you've sold a player for 120 million quid, every player you try and replace them with, their price goes up. Spurs, unsurprisingly, under Daniel Levy, played a blinder with Bale. They bought a load of players before they sold Bale to Madrid. So, it's all fine and well saying you're going to buy 4 or 5 brilliant players, but everyone can see you're coming a mile off. It's just business, says Rahul. Bro, speak about the fixture, says Vedant. I'll talk about what I want to, Vedant. In fact, you're very rude. So should we just get rid of Brudant? Yeah, there you go, Vedant. Nice little life lesson for you there, you mouthy shit. Speak to people rudely and show no respect, and you will be removed from the conversation. Cheerio, pal. Go and enjoy yourself somewhere else. No need for that. We're having a chat about lots of different things before the start of this game. Clubs upcharge United. If you sell it better, be 130 million tops. United need to stop being punks in the window, says Lloyd Dingle. And thank you, Joe, about the Villa comment. So, yeah, I think we've got 2 fascinating evenings of Champions League football for you. I think that when you look at the differences between the 2 sides, Inter Milan were fantastic last week. Absolutely fantastic. I can't praise them enough. I thought to go to Barcelona and be in the lead like they were for so long, and 2-0 lead and then get it back to 3-2. I thought it was a very special night for them. I think some people sort of felt that the better result was Barcelona's, but I disagree with that. I think it was such a good result for them, and I think that what's going on here? I think that they've given themselves a huge opportunity to bring it back to Italy. I think they'd be very happy with a draw. So I think they've got a great opportunity, like I say, and but then Barcelona, they can just score goals at will. I just hope we get a really, really good game again, because I thought it was superb last week. And I think the last thing I would have wanted was for Barcelona to wipe the floor with Inter and have a 3 or 4 goal lead. And I love this stadium as well. I think the San Siro... Are they knocking the San Siro down soon? I don't know. I'm sure they are, but this is an Italia 90 stadium. I mean, some of you are up your mum's chuff for this, but Italia 90, my favourite World Cup, my first proper World Cup. Nessun Dorma, Pavarotti, Gazza's Tears, Toto Scalacci, rest in peace. Pavarotti, rest in peace. Yeah, Italia 90. This is a stadium that's probably in need of renovation actually and change, but it retains its unique atmosphere and structure. And Go Lazio. Yeah, I don't know whether they're still knocking it down or not, but yeah, it's a fantastic stadium, old school stadium. What team would Yamal suit in the Premier League, says Ross McRae Magician. Welcome to Members Club, Joseph Belmer. I think Yamal would suit any team. Put him in an Ipswich team. I'm sure they wouldn't mind. Massively. They're still in a title race, Inter, but they have obviously got eyes on this more. They played at the weekend and beat Verona 1-0. So they are still in that title race. But Napoli and Scott McTominay are more likely to win that. So the Champions League is the focus. Due Yamal going to be the next Ronaldo and Messi, says Rajaf. We'd be blessed if we did get another thing like that. Sadly, Inter has been in rubbish form in Serie A, says Perk. Yeah, but you know what, mate? Look at Man United in the Premier League and look at what they're doing in the Europa League. Look at what Arsenal are doing in the Premier League and what they're doing in the Champions League. I do think it's not just exclusive to England. You do get in a situation whereby you start to mentally and physically prioritise one over the other. So, yeah. What do you think about Inter Milan? Got to say, they've never really been a team Italian-wise. And I grew up with Italian football. I loved Italian football and the highlights and Channel 4. But Inter Milan were never really a team that I was sort of indifferent to Inter Milan, really. Juventus, love it. I love Juventus, Sampdoria. I'd prefer AC Milan to Inter Milan. I suppose that's what I'm trying to say. But I don't dislike Inter Milan. That was just what it was like then. And I think it was because Inter Milan, when I was growing up, they could only have 3 foreign players, I think. I think they could only have 3 foreign players. And AC Milan had Hullet, Van Basten and Rijkaard. And Inter Milan had the 3 Germans, Bremer, Klinsmann and Matthäus. Of course, I couldn't stand the Germans, being English. Not because of like anything other than they beat us in the World Cup. So that would probably be the reason I didn't like Inter Milan, because they had Bremer, Klinsmann and Matthäus. So I would have preferred the Dutch contingent at AC Milan. It is on Amazon Prime, yes, which is why I'm not looking at that screen, because that's my TV screen. Clubs, thank you very much to Lloyd Dingle for your super chat. I'll read that out. Perk says, AC and Inter are looking for a new joint stadium to replace the San Siro, a 62,000-seater in the Milan area, but apparently the city doesn't want to zone one, says Perk. There we go. Thank you very much for that. Topical and informative. Love it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new, by the way. Thank you, everybody, for your response and comments under the Trent video. Always... I suppose that's what this community is all about, really. We love football. We might have different allegiances, but I love it when there's a topic to get into that everyone can get their teeth into. And I think that the testament to myself and the rest of the community as non-Liverpool fans is the fact that so many Liverpool fans enjoyed the video and interacted with it. But they're in here, Barcelona. Ooh, could have been a quick start. Is there a kit clash? No, there's a grass clash. That Barcelona kit is very close to the... I mean, do you think Barcelona have done that on purpose? That kit is sort of merging in with the grass here. Anyway, we're up and running. I'm going to stand up. It's a big game. Every woman, every man, join the... Actually, if I stand up, I can use my massage gun. I'm in agony at the moment. Have we got any physiotherapists? I'm in absolute agony with it at the moment. I'm really struggling with my hip. It just won't get anywhere better. I don't want a bad hip in my 40s. Hip pain's bad. What singular player would you take from Inter, says Echo? Ooh. Barella. Barella. Stunt Peg would take Bastoni. I don't know whether she'd pick him or just take him out on a date. She loves him. Lautaro Martinez is a good shout. Yeah. Have you seen the top 4 race in Serie A, says Matteo? Yeah, apparently it's very good. Out of sync again. Every time I do this, it happens. Is that all right now? When I move from sitting down to stand up, I think there's something wrong with the cable and it causes a bit of a delay. If that's not worked, okay, I know what'll work now. Right, that should have worked now. Let me know. Let me know if that's worked. Very off. Yeah, okay. It's one of the 2 things I have to try. I need to fix that tomorrow because it keeps doing it. Thanks everyone for letting me know in the chat. Legends. 10,000 watching. Remember to share the video. Get involved. Let's see if we can get up to 20k. It's a Champions League semi-final. It's Inter against Barcelona. We're live on That's Football. We're a great community. And guess what? Guess what? We're only 30 subscribers away from 324,000. So please do subscribe. Get involved. Daily content on That's Football. And of course, we've got PSG Arsenal tomorrow night as well for you to get your teeth into. So thanks everyone for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe. Bottom right hand corner. It's going to be interesting to see how this game pans out, you know. 3-3, you're at home. You might want to dictate the play a little bit, but you're playing Barcelona. So can Inter really do that against Barcelona? DeMarco's left it in here on Yamal. And I think he'll be okay. Slow Blandy's got GCSEs next week. My mate has got suspended for 3 days for putting on his blazer on slowly as he was leaving at the end of the day. He has to be escorted in his first exam. What's your opinion? I mean, come on. You don't get suspended for 3 days for putting on your blazer slowly. I've played the game. He's done something else. Try Squat University on YouTube for physio stuff, says Cal. Thanks, pal. Tapping Merchant says, what are your thoughts on Morgan Gibbs-White to City? Well, he's got championship experience, so I suppose Pep's planning ahead, isn't it? You know, it's like coming into the Premier League and trying to get Premier League players to keep you in the Premier League. Man City need championship players, don't they, to get them promoted, so I think it'd be good. Oh, that's back with Sommer. So if Inter go on to win the Champions League but not the Serie A, will an Inter Milan player still win the Ballon d'Or, says Jamie M. I don't think an Inter Milan player is winning the Ballon d'Or. Oh, that's a good bit of stretching. That's a good cross to the back post. That's gone out from Yamal's cross. That'll do. Ooh. Tell you what, I'm bloody loving Mobland at the moment. Who's watching Mobland at the moment? Oh, in a way, it annoys me that we only get 1 episode a week. But in another way, I think it's pretty good because binge watching it, I'd have finished it 8 weeks ago. Good run forward by DeMarco. Good interception by Barca. They are short episodes as well. I don't like it. I find myself, I don't know whether anybody else does this. You know when you're watching a good episode of something, have you ever been in that situation where you've got your remote and you keep pressing the up button to see how long's left? Mobland, I feel like I've been watching it for 5 minutes and there's only 5 minutes left. It's on Paramount through Amazon Prime. It's got Tom Hardy in it. It's like a gangster thing set in London. It's really good. Really well made. Why are they tape wrapping their hands, says NAU. Don't know. Don't know, mate. They've made San Siro a heritage site so it stays up, says Alex. Good. Taylor says, I have a feeling that Yamal may sprinkle some of his magic tonight. I've got a feeling. Hope so, mate. It'll be a pleasure to see. Deep heat patches are good, Mark, says Rob. I love a bit of deep heat. And Robble says, haven't seen any rumours, but what about Unai Simon for goalkeeper? Plays ahead of Raya for Spain and is a great shot stopper and distributor. Thoughts? Yeah, he's on the bench at the moment, isn't he, for Bilbao? Can't get in the starting team. Tough day in the US. The highlight will be this, says Story Time. What's gone on in the US? Pardon my ignorance, but sometimes I have days where I don't read the news. What's going on? What a journey Rafinha's been on from Leeds to Ballon d'Or contender at Barcelona. Who was... Davey says nothing's going on in the US today. Who was Rafinha going to go to? Was it Arsenal? He's very close to going to somebody, and he ended up going to Barcelona. Francis had a hip replacement at 50. That doesn't fill me with confidence, mate. It really doesn't. Chelsea. He was going to go to Chelsea. I mean, honestly, you never know what a player's going to do at one club is going to work out at another club. But imagine if Chelsea got Rafinha and he'd done as well as he'd done at Barcelona. Bloody hell. Robert McCormack says, I think Barca are a level above, but they've got to show it. Smoke says, are you coming to the States with the fan forum? Well, you'll have to wait and see. I'll repeat that again because we might have some United fans watching. Here's Yamal. Good interception. Barca have started off the better here. A little bit shaky. It's sometimes difficult when you're the home side. You've had a good result away, but then you've got to play a little bit more on the front foot. It might work to Barca's advantage because they were always going to have better possession. Will you support Arsenal if they make the final, says Troy? No. Nick P says there's no Rio tonight on commentary unless they told him he could do the commentary and he's back broadcasting right now thinking he's live. It's on Amazon Prime, mate. It's TNT, isn't it, that's got Rio. So, yeah, that's one of the positives of Amazon. Arsenal fans, get yourself onto That's Football tomorrow night because it will be Rio on the comms. Why is Maguire playing for Barca, says Nabil, on the right wing? Good stuff. Love it. Comedy. Banter. I feel the winner of this game wins the final, says Merrill. Well, there's a chance of that. Good run again. Dumfries into the box. Muscles him over. He was the key in Barcelona and he just hesitated a little bit there. Thomas says, what's your opinion on Watford sacking Cleverly? Watford, look, I don't know. I'm not a Watford fan, but Watford have a reputation of being very quick to sack managers. So I probably have some sympathy for him, really. What's the best game you've ever watched, says Reese. Man United, 99, Nou Camp. See you later. Goldio says, what are your thoughts on the auditors who exercise their right to film police stations, auditing Britain, DJ audits, etc.? I don't know what that's all about, Goldio, so that's my thoughts on it, unfortunately. I've got absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Good play by Barella. And loses it. As soon as I say good play by someone. Yeah, I was just talking about there. Somebody said about the fan forum. We mentioned it on the United Stand. If you're a Man United fan and you're based in New Jersey, New York, Chicago, Atlanta, we're going to be there in July for the tour. And we're going to do a live forum, fan forum, and get 3 or 4 guests on. So if you want to be involved in that and you're based in the United States, just send us a 60-second clip to the email address, that'sfootballmedia@gmail.com. Just record a 60-second clip of yourself talking about something passionately about Man United, and you could get an invite to be part of that. Obviously, don't send something in if you're boring and you're doing it in your bedroom, because you won't get picked. You're just wasting electricity. But if you think you're talented and you've got some interesting things to say, get involved. We'll take a look. I'm just being honest. Some people will say, well, that's not very nice. But it's also not very nice for the person who's got to go through all the clips to just look at boring people. You're either good enough or you're not. No one's going to put bloody Wout Weghorst up front for Barcelona, are they? And if you've got a bit of a professional setup, even better, we can be wooed, even though you won't need it for what you're going to be doing. Lovely stuff. Should I watch this or the David Beckham watch-alongs as past? I don't think we can watch the David Beckalong. I like that, the Beckalong. You won't catch me slagging Beckham off. Never in a million years. I'll never slag him off. If I slagged Beckham off, I don't know who I am as a human being. I just can't slag him off. Yeah. But I don't think we can watch the Beckham thing in the UK because I was trying to watch highlights of it last week. But I don't know whether he'd be very good doing... I mean, he's Beckham. He's David Beckham, isn't he? I don't know. But, yeah. When is the deadline for the Fan Forum entry, Mark, says Bryce. Mate, just get your bloody phone, do it, and send it to That's Football Media, media at gmail.com. You've got a perfect topic to do it on. Why Joel Glazer's a prick. No ticket for Chicago event. Dinner on me, Mark, says Nabil. Sounds good. Would you take Dumfries at United? Yes, Alex Redmond, I would. Or what Inter players would you take at United? It's really easy. You just give me a club and I'll find players that I'd take at United. West Brom, Watford, Preston North End. But from Inter, Sommer's better than Onana. Bastoni. I'd take Thuram, I'd take Martinez, I'd take Barella. I don't know whether I'd be that interested in Mkhitaryan. We've been there. You're miles offside there, Thuram. Cheeks or breasts, says the Great Dane. Yeah, I can't answer that. There's things I'll do, but I can't answer that. Who's winning the championship playoffs, says Amber. I'd say, you know what? I'm not going to shout their name out because I don't know whether they'd want me to, but I was talking to a West Brom player today in the supermarket, current West Brom player, and they gave me a tip. We were talking about the championship, and they said, I think Coventry are going to do it. So I'm going to stick to that little bit of inside advice from a West Brom player who told me Coventry. And he's played the game. He's literally played the game for West Brom this season, and he said Coventry. So there we go. Let's see. Callum says the commentary of Shearer is miles ahead of rubbish Rio and Savage. See, the thing with Rio, you use the R of Rio to say rubbish Rio. But with Savage, he's already got the description with his surname. Savage. Enjoy, says Drew. Thank you. Appreciate that. Chicken thighs I had today. Chicken thighs or chicken breasts are great. Chicken wings, lots of fat if you eat the skin. NAU says, I saw Alive yesterday. Great film. Would you survive? Is that the one from the 90s? I think we watched that in school. I wouldn't be very happy about eating a fellow human being. I mean, they were frozen and dead, but... Imagine that. John dies. Yamal with a shot straight at the keeper. Do you think... Oh, I can't even say it. I'm going to say it in context. Right, in the film Alive, a plane crashes. This is all educational. A plane crashes into a snowy mountain. Some people are injured. Some people go on this mad trek to find help, and they do find it, but it takes ages. Those that stay behind run out of food, and basically, the people who die, they eat to stay alive. Do you think if you were in that situation, you'd be more happy to eat a man or a woman? Or would it make no difference? Thuram! Corner. Goal kick. Morb says it doesn't matter, but the vast majority are saying they'd rather eat a woman. If you came in the last 5 seconds, you think we're not actually talking about what you might think. Shreeman got rinsed playing poker. I'm not going to read that other bit because it sounds like it's rude. Great Dane says it's cheeks for me. Thanks everyone who's tuning in. 16,000 of you. Make sure you share the video. Inter Barcelona. I said this might go to extra time tonight. I think Barcelona. Robert McCormack will agree with me on this. Robert McCormack, tell me you agree. Don't do a super chat. Just nod. I think Barcelona system mathematically are the better team, but Inter Milan, discipline, are the better team. And I think two worlds collide. I don't know that they can be broken in 90 minutes. I can see extra time. No talk of breast or cheeks, but will cannibalism, says David. No, but it's a true story. I'm not making it up. That's a lovely ball. He's in. He's in down the left-hand side. The cross is not good enough. It's good defending. Another centre-back who celebrates a tackle. Love it. Martinez was there on the back post. I think it was Mkhitaryan down the wing. This is something that Barcelona are going to get exploited on. I forgot how excited I get about this. The Barcelona high line makes for an exciting game. Howder says, about the 60 seconds, what if you had the ultimate plan to get rid of the Glazers using Excel plans and tarot cards, but it is boring as hell? Mate, send it. I'll personally look at that one. If you tell me the email address, I'll watch that one. I do struggle to get to sleep at night. Corner to Inter. They're good at corners. Headed away. Well, 57% of you've gone with Barcelona. 43% of you've gone with Inter. Nick P says, slightly slow sports, but is that Barca keeper Chesney of old Arsenal fame a decade ago? Funny how long keepers take to mature. Yes, it is. Didn't he do something embarrassing in an Arsenal shirt? Not on the pitch. I know he was a bit shit on the pitch, but didn't they do some sort of brand thing where he did a little rap or something like that? I'm sure I've seen it before. B04 says Inter 100% winning. Yeah, that was Call Me Maybe, wasn't it? Yeah. It was horrific. If you ever get a chance to watch that, it's absolutely horrific. Cringe of the highest order. Although you get a lot of footballers doing, can't remember Mason Mount. Oh, don't. If you're a Man United fan, I've blocked all search for this. Mason Mount used to do TikToks and stuff at Chelsea. Don't ever let hardcore United fans see it. It is massively cringe. I think it was through COVID and stuff. He was doing all like dancing and everything. And that's why Luke Shaw was doing that TikTok thing. They're all in that crew. Him, Declan Rice, Mason Mount, Ben Chilwell, Luke Shaw. They love all that. Nothing wrong with it, but it is a little bit cringe. They're just having a laugh. Slow Blandy says, you missed my second super chat. Well, that's easy to solve, mate. Don't worry about that. I just won't read it. Who's winning the championship playoffs was from Amber. Twerking on camera fixes hip pain, apparently, says Banana. Well, I can't twerk. Hi again, says Slow Blandy. My dad passed 11 months ago, coming up to a year, been really bad mentally. Problems wouldn't be here if it weren't for you. You're a great man. Oh, mate, I'm really sorry that we'd missed that. And thank you very much for joining for coming back to that. To be fair, I'd missed a couple because Constantine says, what are your thoughts on Thuram claiming Mbappe is the best in the world, not Yamal? Yeah, I mean, it's just antagonistic, isn't it? But maybe it's not. You know, he's going to support his fellow mate and countryman, isn't he? But going back to Slow Blandy, look, 11 months doesn't make the passing of your father any more acceptable. Great shot there from Barella. And I'm glad that you found a community that's something that you can take solace in. And you're very welcome here. Unfortunately, as I've said many times, grief is... Oh, hold on a minute. It's 1-0. It's 1-0 to Inter. It is 1-0 to Inter. It's Lautaro Martinez. We'll come back to Slow Blandy in a minute. But the timing of that probably isn't as great as I would like it to be because I was trying to put a nice message out about grief. And the passing of Slow Blandy's father. But we'll come back to that because Inter have scored a goal and it's a goal for Lautaro Martinez. Barcelona getting stuck on the ball, playing out from the back. How many times have we seen that? DeMarco, lovely ball through to Thuram, and it's what you call a sweaty pass to Lautaro Martinez, and it's 1-0 to Inter. It's the old FIFA sweat. And you know what? Playing out from the back is absolutely great until you get caught in possession. And Inter Milan here, making Barcelona have to work again. 1-0 up, Lautaro Martinez. I told you, it's talent against efficiency. It was Dumfries with the assist, not Thuram. You know why I thought it was Thuram? Because he's playing up front. And I just assumed it was Thuram. So that's another assist. Another massive contribution for Dumfries. And actually, it's DeMarco who wins the ball centre midfield as well. So the fullbacks, again, for Inter Milan, huge. Absolutely huge. But can I just finish that message for Slow Blandy? Because we are a community as well as watching a watch-along here. So he lost his dad 11 months ago. Obviously, he's really struggling with that, as most of us would do, unless you don't like your dad. And Slow Blandy obviously did. And the goal went in. And he's not an Inter fan, is he? Because that would be... Anyway. But the point I was trying to make for you is it's an amazing community. We all go through those things, and the 11 months doesn't make any difference, because what you're doing is when you care about somebody and they're no longer here, they basically are. You're carrying what grief is. It's that weight of the love of the person that you're missing, and it never goes away. You just get used to carrying it. That's what grief is. So yeah, never be quiet about talking about things like that, because most people have been through it, and you know, it's not something that anybody really ever gets over either. So but thanks for sharing the message, mate. I hope you're doing well and enjoy the game. Nabil says they don't shoot outside of the penalty box and give service to their strikers, unlike one team which will play on Thursday, says Nabil. So Willsey says, what did you have for tea, Mark? I actually had my tea at dinner today. Sometimes on a weekday, I'd play a different formation. So normally I'll have my main meal on the evening and a light snack. Well, I say a light snack. I remember when I was in training college, they used to give us free food. I used to have a pudding and a dinner, a pudding and a main meal at lunch and at tea, because it was all free. Oh, Barca, nearly. They want a handball. Pedri's saying, have a look at VAR. Let's have a look. Cross came in from Pedri, bounced up, did hit his hand, hit his head. I mean, that's that. I reckon that might be a penalty in... I mean, you never know in Europe. It did hit his hand and his hand was out. They'll have a look at this, I think. Smoke says it's not a penalty. I think it's a harsh penalty, but I think it will be given. Have a look at this. Cross comes in, bounces up. That's not the angle. No, he says play on. That's not the angle. That's not the angle. That's not the angle, not that one. I would like to have seen the other one. So yeah, I had my main meal at lunchtime. I had like stir fry with lentils and chicken thighs and a lovely like tomato sauce. It was really nice. But then for my dinner, I had like beans on toast with mushrooms and sprinkled some crisps on the top. It's just the way I roll. I don't know why people rate Thuram. He's Lukaku 2.0. Says Lal. Sorry to be a pain. Thank you, Slow Blandy. We've done that one. Mark, should United play a midfield three with a front two, similar to Inter, rather than two in midfield with three up top? Feel like we'd be better in possession. Robble, you just said, you're basically just saying Amrim should change his system, which he's not going to do. You'd have to change, if you want to do that, you have to change the manager, mate. I like beans on toast. Job. If it's good quality bread, I'm talking thick bread, wholemeal with seeds in it, love it. Good bit of butter on. Beans that are hot, but also quite not runny, you know, got a bit of substance to it. Bit of cheese on top, maybe a bit of brown sauce. A few mushrooms fried on the top. Get in. Sometimes even a fried egg on there, or poached. What's your favourite egg? I like a boiled egg or a poached egg. Some people don't like egg. Here we go. They're on the break again. If he'd switched that first time, Dumfries. Now Martinez will get there. No, he won't. I think if Dumfries had seen that pass straight away, he could have got Martinez. The thing about Barcelona is, oh, here we go, 2v2. He's gonna have to go on your own, Olmo. Nah, he's gone wide. Wants a corner though. The brilliance of this game is it's wide open. It's wide open. Like a hooker's legs on holiday. Actually, they might be closed. Just do it for free. Just do it for enjoyment. Maybe that was something to keep in my head. No, I don't want it in my head. I just trying to tell a joke. Yeah, it's a great game. It's a good watch, says Smoke. It is a good game because you've got this high line of Barca. You've got these wide attacking wing backs of Inter. And it's basically, well, we got 6 goals in the last game, didn't we? Rafinha's been a bit quiet, says Captain Monopoly. If you could only drink 1 pint for life, which one, says Bill? Water. Matthew Morales says, I'm 23 and my long-term girlfriend and I are in a rough patch. She's hurt from the lack of romance over the past few years as I was in college. Any advice? Super Donut says, I like my eggs fertilised, Mark. Ben says, if you can have any player from any team come to Man United right now, who would it be? Well, if I can choose anyone, mate, I'd just do Yamal just for the laugh. Nice play by Barca here. Pedri's going to shoot. Way over the bar. If you're having a rough patch, you know what you need to do? Go out for a meal. Maybe get a bottle of wine. And just have a conversation about why you're together in the first place and whether it's worth carrying on. There's no point giving life to life, mouth to mouth resuscitation on a dead duck. In fact, I wouldn't advise you do it on a duck anyway because the beak will get in the way. And I wonder if you do mouth to mouth resuscitation on a duck, does it quack? You know. Anyway, stop taking the piss out of dead ducks. Yeah, go out. There's no point in trying to resuscitate a relationship that is dead. So that's the first thing you need to do. Go out into a nice, relaxing environment, have a good old chat, tell her to dress up. You dress up as well, not being sexist. Both of you dress up, splash a brute, go out for a meal, have a chat, and try and rekindle your relationship. And you know what? If things go well, you might get a bit when you get home. I'm still thinking about the duck. I wonder if a cow moos when you do it. When I had to learn resuscitation, you have to do it. I'm trying to remember how you do it now. You do something with your hands. It's not like that. It's one over the other like that. That's it, yeah. Oh, I can't remember how you do it. It's like that, over the top. And you did it to Staying Alive. So it's ha, 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 staying alive, staying alive, ha, 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 staying alive. Barca, Rafinha gives the ball away. Pedri's getting a lot of the ball in this game. And what Inter need to do is still have an outlet. They can't just defend, defend, defend. 1 T-Rex versus 5 Raptors, says OTG. They don't exist. They're all dead, mate. They're just bones. Fossils. Andreas says, Mark Goldbridge, football pundit, shrink, comedian, life coach, and takes care of our balls. The legend we have, but do not deserve. Thank you, Andreas, for your super chat. Appreciate that. Thank you, Matthew Morales. Hopefully that's helped you out. Yeah, I've just realised, how the hell did they teach us in first aid to do resuscitation on someone to the theme of staying alive? I really do think if the close relatives there, they're going to really appreciate that if you don't get them back. Yeah, they did resuscitation to him, and the person doing it was literally taking the piss, singing "Staying Alive" whilst doing it. I've only just figured that one out. I was too focused on remembering the rhythm to how long to do it. Sing it in your head. Yeah, thankfully I've never had to do it. You don't get this on the Beckham watch-along. We don't get the Beckham watch-along anyway, Lee. Lovely ball again. Oh, he's not going to get there. Inter looking to break down the DeMarco side. It was Bastoni that time, but now Barca. This is the thing about the high line. As long as you can stop the counter, you can then counter the counter. A lot of people say, why did Barcelona play the high line? I don't know whether this is the reason, but it works well. A lot of people say, when you're a high possession team, how do you deal against a low block? Well, that's why you play a high line, because if you play a high line... Goal! No. How have they not scored? I'm with you, mate. That was such a good cross. Torres should be... Eric's right. Eric's right. You put a cross in like this and they don't score from it. You're annoyed. Torres is saying, I couldn't do anything. I tried. Look, at the end of the day, if you're a team that plays high possession and you're frustrated against playing teams with a low block... the best way to deal with it is to play a high line, because then the team that's playing a low block sees the high line and thinks there's really opportunities here to counter. So when they counter, then you counter the counter. That's why Barcelona do it. You strike me as a socks and sandals enjoyer, says Shane. Mate, have you seen... Mate, I'm with it, fashion-wise. We're going to get me sandals. I feel like David Brent going to get the guitar, but I'm not going to be accused of a sandals and slippers guy. This is what I wear in the summer. No socks. So don't ever call me a sandals and slippers guy, because they're nice, they are. Have that. Hi Mark, would you rather lay eggs or give birth? Same thing. Here we go. Barcelona. Yamal. Oh, he's put it wide. And he's put it so wide, it was nearly a cross for Torres to get his foot on. That could have been 1-1. Thanks to Shane and Yahia anyway. I was taught to do CPR to Another One Bites the Dust. Staying alive. Dun, 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 dun. Another one bites the dust. They're quite similar, aren't they? I wonder if they wrote them with that intention. TMAF, thank you very much. Ben says, how did they teach it before that song? Rank Marvin Gaye, Lionel Richie and James Brown, says Goldio. I think Lionel Richie did more songs that I like. Thomas has come back with the classic, does pineapple belong on pizza? Yes, I like pineapple on pizza, especially with ham. We're on 19,900 watching, so make sure you share the video. We could nearly hit 20k. Do subscribe to the channel. Go to a Chicago Cubs game, one of the oldest fields in the USA, says Lloyd Dingle. Thank you very much. Do you hate anyone in the football YouTube community? Just wait, I'll tell you what. That is one of the best questions I've ever been asked. But you've got to catch me in the right mood. I've got to be in the right mood for that when I'm speaking freely. When I used to do my drunk walk homes. Dumfries! Oh, no, it's still there. Barella, another block. I'll answer the question, Desui, without giving you any names. Do you hate anyone in the football YouTube community? I don't hate anyone, and I've got plenty of reason to hate people in real life. And I don't hate anyone. It's just not a... I think hate's just too far. It's hate's something you carry. I don't respect. I don't like. Oh, just wide. Was that was Mkhitaryan, just wide. On the volley, that was. He couldn't have hit it any better. And he couldn't hit it any better because if it was on target, it would have been blocked. Oh, lovely hit. But yeah, there are people I don't like. Good reason as well. If you had to support an NFL team, who and why? Oh my God, DJ. I literally do a Super Bowl watch-along every year. I wouldn't say I'm a big NFL fan of anybody. My grandparents went to the States when I was young and came back with a Dallas Cowboys top, so I always preferred them. But at the moment, I'd say the Bills are my favourite team. I just like the fact that it snows there a lot, and I like Josh Allen as quarterback. And I like the way they play the game. Yeah. Howder says, "Oh God, you were gone for a while. Thought you went to Narnia through the cupboard." I went to buy some. I went to throw my sandals away. Ashish says, in India, we're currently in a mock drill blackout. There is currently war happening between Pakistan and India. Is there? I tell you what, current affairs, I'm bloody terrible. I used to watch Newsnight every night. Used to be really interested in it and politics, and I just have got no interest in it anymore. Probably happier as well. Here's Yamal. Up against DeMarco. Mkhitaryan's helping him out. He's made his way to the box. Still a lot to do. Oh, he wants a penalty. No, got the ball. I think he got the ball, luckily. I mean, Barcelona have been very close to getting a couple of penalties. I definitely don't think Inter will keep a clean sheet. Lucy Swan says, I resuscitated a swan once. Sorry, Lucy, she a second name. Lucy says, I resuscitated a lady. Oh, look at the pace here of Dumfries again. So there's a lot of Barcelona players back. And it'll go for a throw-in. He said, she says, I resuscitated a lady ODing once, broke some ribs, but she survived. Do not think I could keep the Bee Gees in mind, though. Too much adrenaline, says Lucy. Robbo96 says, oh, let's just have a look at that. That Yamal tackle. There, I think he did get the ball. Love your work from South Africa, says RD. And Dumfries is going to take this throw in. It's a long one. That's what she said. He's got to score. Kalanoglu, he's got to score. Drops to him in the box. No one anywhere near him. I don't know why it drops to him. He's got to score. He's got to score that. Look at where it is. My God. That's a let-off. He knows it as well. On his left foot as well. Robbo96, thanks for your generous super chat. He says, very profound of you earlier about grief. I think you can apply that to losing anyone significant in your life, whether it be someone passing away or a breakdown in a relationship. You have to learn to absorb the emotions. Yeah, I agree, Robbo. It's not even from me. I got told it years ago, and it's always been a good explanation for it. Doesn't make it any easier, but a good explanation for it. They're on again. First time ball. Lovely ball. Into Lautaro Martinez. Good tackle again. He's gone down though. Not going to get a penalty for that. Looked like a really good tackle. Who's got the best football knowledge at home, says Wan. Me. Who's the best, Rooney or Foden? Rooney, easily. Andrew Dean. Goldbridge versus a kangaroo. Who would win? Kangaroos ain't gorillas, mate. Kangaroos hop around, giving it the big one. They're like this. Look, if they catch you, alert. But they've got really small chins. You shouldn't go around fighting kangaroos. I don't think it falls into the RSPCA jurisdiction because we haven't got any in the UK. Although if you did it in a zoo, you'd be in trouble. That's a good tackle, that is. Definitely not a penalty. Yeah, very good tackle. Tyrese, welcome to Members Club. Thank you very much. I saw a video once of a kangaroo attacking this bloke's dog, and he went to get the dog, and the kangaroo hit him on the back of the head. So he turned round, the kangaroo squared up to him, and he dropped his shoulder, smacked it on the nose, and the kangaroo sort of went and then hopped off. They're checking for a penalty. I don't think this is a penalty. No, he's going to check it. I don't think it's a penalty. Not a penalty for me. I'll have to have a look at this. I think he gets the ball. I've got to do a poll, penalty or not, because one way or another it's going to get given. Penalty, yes or no? Let's have a look. Oh, you know, from that angle, fair play. I don't know. I still think he gets the ball a bit. I think the game's gone a little bit there. I think in that instance, if you get the ball and he does get the ball, I think that's a bit harsh. I think that's a bit harsh. I'm with Flick on that one. I think as an ex-defender, I've got the ball there. I don't feel that's a penalty. But it's big. It's big for Inter Milan because this is right before half time. Per says, who is your streaming villain? Ducks on the Roof, Pineapple Guy, or somebody else? Pineapple Guy. Dumfries, right wing back, Amrim system would be good, AMG. Special place in hell for people that eat pineapple on a pizza. But it's so nice, JDB. Well, penalty's been given. I can see why it's been given. I'm not saying it's the biggest injustice in the world. I'm just saying I don't think that's a penalty. I think he gets the ball. Obviously, he catches a little bit of the player, but not enough that it's like you've got the player first. I think he's going for the ball and he gets the ball. Controversial. Johnny says he didn't actually get the ball. Well, we'll see it again at half time, but from what I saw, I thought he got the ball. Ollie says, I'm older than I wish to be. Rocking chair. Good penalty. Very good penalty. 2-0. Look at all the mobile phones. Living in the moment. Well, Barca have come back from 2-0 down before, but not in Italy. It's all kicking off. Inter have scored a goal, but it's all kicking off with Barcelona. He's not happy, is he? You're 2-0 up, mate. Calm down. Kalanoglu's just scored. Missed a sitter just before that. It should have been 2-0. Didn't miss the penalty. I want to know what's gone on. Yeah, we've seen the penalty about 60 times now. Why was an Inter player going mad, angry? Who would win in a penalty shootout, a gorilla or 1,000 bananas, says Fairway 5. Hala Inter, says Rashan. Johnny says he was a penalty. He didn't get the ball. Arsenal Inter finals is Well, if it was an Arsenal Inter final, it'd be a very interesting final, wouldn't it? I don't think it would be the final for the purists. I think stylistically, as I said, Barca PSG would be great to watch, but you don't get what's great to watch. You get what you deserve. What's going on here then? Oh no, we're up and running. Don't even know what happened. Somebody said there should have been a red card. Don't even know what happened. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner. Are you in shock? No, I don't think we're in shock because Inter were 2-0 up in Spain. I think I'd try and get Lewandowski on. We've seen Barcelona come back before. But Tashi says the game's gone soft. He gets the ball. Also, could you wish my brother Flindu could look for his A-levels next week? Good luck to your brother. In his A-levels and everyone else who's taking their exams at the moment or upcoming very soon. People sleeping on Inter, they could win it all, says Hayden's Gaming Adventures. Did you see the Flying Scotsman today? No, mate, I didn't, Jen. People are underestimating Inter and PSG, says Dead Zone. What's your prediction for Thursday, Mark? Man United go through. Hopefully Spurs get knocked out. I'm taking socks and sandals over those shoes, says Shane. Yeah, that's because you've got no fashion. If you don't like pineapple and pizza, you have the palate of a toddler. There's nothing better than combining sweet and savoury. Oh, yeah. Gammon and pineapple, duck and plum sauce, turkey and cranberry sauce, pork and apple sauce. Yeah, it's all the same. I agree. So 2-0 here. 2-0 at half-time. Inter Milan with 1 foot into the Champions League final. Where's the final held this year? There's a question for you. I don't know. I know the final of the Europa League's in Bilbao, but I don't know who and what happens with the Champions League final. Let me know. Could you wish my brother Smiler a happy birthday, says Bradley Pierce. There we go. Happy birthday. And anybody whose birthday it is. Cheese and pineapple works really well. Who remembers the little party sticks at parties in the 80s? Who remembers food from parties in the 80s? Who remembers in the 80s when your gran used to get a bowl of vinegar and put cucumber and onion in it? I've never seen that since the 80s. But you also used to get these cocktail sticks with cheese and a pickled onion and a pineapple on. Don't see that anymore either. Maybe, do you think Arsenal can come back in France, says Ols? I do. I think they can do. I think PSG are favourites, but I think they can do. Would the penalty be given had Barca scored while the Toros was down, says Zach Clark. Yeah, they'd go back and give it. That's how it works. Barca not used to the ref being fair, says Johnny. And Barca have had chances. It would be a good second half, says Robert. Game's gone soft, says Tashi. Shouldn't have been a penalty. 70%, well, 69 is a better number than 70, as we all know. 69% of you say it was a penalty. 31% say no. That leads me to think it may well have been a penalty. But from what I've seen of it, I think he gets the ball enough for it to be a legitimate tackle. However, I will take another look and tell you what I think. Okay. Nearly 25,000 watching. Legends, share the video. Get involved with That's Football. We've got PSG Arsenal tomorrow. Big summer coming on That's Football as well. with transfers, etc. I think I'm very excited for what the transfer window is going to be, and we're bringing back the daily transfer show very soon, summing up the daily transfer news around 11 o'clock each day. Referees man of the match says match. Thank you very much. Remember, if you're a United fan and you want to send us a video clip to that'sfootballmedia@gmail.com, we're going to be doing a fan forum out there, so if anyone's interested or good enough, just send us a little clip about something United related. That would be great. As a Barca fan, I'm crying. Hold me, says Powerback. Do you think Barcelona will come back, says Jack? I think they're capable of coming back. Yeah, I think they're capable of coming back. I don't know whether they are going to come back. I mean, there's only so many times you can come back from 2-0 behind. You did it in Spain. You came back from that. Then you went 3-2 down. You came back from that. I mean, look, that's what fantasy and football's all about, isn't it? You know, Barcelona come back 3 times and then win it at the end. But they're good enough to come back. But I said this in the first tie, I think there are certain systems that this Barcelona system struggles against. And I think if you've got wide players like Inter have got and then 2 forwards, it just means that high line can be exploited. If DeMarco or Dumfries get forward, you can end up in a 4v4 if you're quick enough. So if you're still alive, will you do watch-alongs for the World Cup next year, says Daniel. I mean, it's a lovely way of putting it. I've got a soft spot for Inter from Channel 4 in the 90s, says John. We were talking about this before. I didn't like Inter in the 90s because of Klinsmann and Bremer and Mateus being German. I think they had another German, didn't they? No, he wasn't German. Who remembers Berti, Nicola Berti? He used to play for Inter, didn't he, as well? I preferred Milan. My favourite teams from Italy were Sampdoria, Vialli, Lombardo, Mancini, and Juventus, obviously, with Vialli went there as well. David Platt went there as well, and Sampdoria. But Baggio, Italian football was brilliant in the 90s before it got corrupt. Or maybe it was corrupt then and they just didn't get caught. I don't know. Barcelona can't moan about that, says Manjula. Barcelona have wanted penalties, yellows and red cards for the soft challenge since Pep in 2008. DeMarco or Mendes, says Johnny. Mendes for me. Thank you very much for your super chats. Appreciate that. Barcelona should have played a holding midfielder, says Corey. Appreciate that as well. I just want to have a look at this penalty again. Look at the San Siro. Oh, I love it. I've been there as well. I'd love to play there. I've never played at a proper decent foreign ground. Rooney gets around, doesn't he? He's anyone's at the moment. It was on Match of the Day at the weekend. Overlap today. Prime tonight. He gets around. He's got a lot of spare time. Amazing work you do for the fans. Thank you very much, says Kiel. Thank you very much, pal. In Serbia, first aiders have a shot of rakia. Try it, says Syndicate. At no point does his foot actually touch the ball, says Fraught. Well, we'll see it in a moment. How did you get into football, says Suraj? Mainly through my granddad, who used to manage local teams, and I'd just go and watch it, but also was obsessed with like the Busby Babes, and we'd just watch United videos together with my uncle and stuff, and that sort of got me into it. I will admit, as a very young person, I used to find watching 90 minutes of football very, very hard, but VHS videos, etc. would be great. I think that's a rite of passage, isn't it? I'm sure we all go through it. Seb's like it now. It's hard to get him to watch a full 90-minute game. I was like that when I was like that young. Right, come on, show us this penalty. No, they're not going to show us it yet. Happy birthday to my brother Rian, who loves Bruno Fernandes, says Jazz. Happy birthday. Perk says, I've been at San Siro too, saw AC Milan versus Genoa, and Massaro scored. Oh, the memories. Wasn't he really expensive, Daniel Massaro? I remember, didn't he break the record at some point? Right, here we go. Show us the penalty. Inter. Here it is. Really good ball by Mkhitaryan into Martinez. It looks like a good tackle. It looks like a good tackle, and I can see... I think he gets the ball. But that angle, he doesn't. So 3 angles, it looks like he gets the ball. And on that one, he doesn't get it. Doesn't touch the ball on that last angle. Fair play. Doesn't touch it, does he? That is why you need VAR. And that is why you need as many camera angles as possible. Because on 3 of those, it looks like he gets the ball. And on that final one, he doesn't. So they're probably right. I hate how you have haters. If you give me the single, I'll put a hit on them for you. You don't deserve the hate, says Daniel. But I don't know who hates me, mate, because I don't take any notice. So it's hard to be bothered about haters when you block them out. So I don't see the haters. Somebody did a video about me at the weekend. I didn't watch it. I didn't get served it. I didn't see it. So it doesn't bother me. All it does is serve the haters to go, I hate him. I agree with you. You're well done. You've burnt him. You've roasted him. You hate him. But I don't see it. It doesn't impact me. So it doesn't bother me, mate. Peeing a grape or pooping a pineapple? Oh, you're dead either way, surely. Probably a penalty, but is it clear and obvious, says Joe? I think it is on the final camera angle, yes, to be fair. Martin Saunders says, do you have any hope a good transfer window for us at United, concentrating on the spoke and we shut up the haters? Any chance? I don't know, mate. I think we've got to win. I think Man United have got to win the Europa League to have a good transfer window. I think Arsenal obviously are going to have the funds. Liverpool are going to have the funds. Man City will have the funds if they don't get found guilty. So, you know, if you are Newcastle, Villa, Man United, Brighton, Chelsea, you've got to find the funds because Liverpool and Arsenal are going to have them. That's the scary thing. Liverpool and Arsenal are the 2 best teams in the league this year, and they're going to spend money in the summer. So if you want to close that gap, you've got to spend, which is why I think we're going to have an interesting summer covering it, hopefully. And I also think that Antu says the red card check they refuse to show is very weird. I also think that we're going to see transfer activity earlier this year because of the Club World Cup. I think sometimes you get excited about the transfer window. The season ends at the start of June, and then nothing happens for a month, and you sort of disappear in June, don't you? At barbecues and tennis and boring stuff. But I actually think we will get some transfer activity in June. Big fan from Vietnam. Keep it going, says Fat. Thank you very much, pal. Hope you're doing well. Mark, with Bruno and Garnacho sold, do you think we'll buy Gyökeres, Cunha and Mbumo? We're not selling them, Sandeep. VAR is better in Europe, says Deepak. Officiating is better in Europe, yeah. God, Inter Milan are really reacting to that penalty a lot, aren't they? All the subs and the manager running down the touchline like they've won the bloody thing. If Inter win the Champions League, who should win the Ballon d'Or, says Daniel. Who's Inter's best player if they win the Ballon d'Or? If they win the Champions League? Haven't watched much of Inter this season, so I don't know who your best player is. What? Bastoni, just because Stuntpeg says so. I'd say Martinez. Lautaro Martinez. Barella. Dumfries. From what I've seen, I think they're really, really good players. Besides Old Trafford and Goodison, what one stadium would you love to play at? Played it. I'm banned from Goodison, so I'm never going to get to play there. Played at Old Trafford. Played at Anfield. Played at Villa Park. Played at Leicester. So where else would I like to play in the Prem? Modern stadiums, I'd like to play at Tottenham. Old traditional stadium. I'd love to have played at Highbury, by the way. I'm not an Arsenal fan, but I'd love to have played at Highbury. Wouldn't mind playing at Stamford Bridge. Wouldn't play at St James's Park as well. I'm trying to think. I feel like there's one that I'm really missing. On the European stage, there's loads, but in the UK, I'm trying to think of like traditional grounds that would have meant something to me when I was growing up. There's not that many traditional Goodison parks left. I'm trying to think. Premier League originals. Derby County are in a new one, aren't they? Coventry, they're in a new one. Highbury's not there anymore. White Hart Lane's not there anymore. Played at Selhurst Park. Played at Selhurst Park as well, haven't I? Sheffield Wednesday, yeah. I suppose I've got to say the City Ground. Forest fan, whatever, bullshit. The Dell's not there anymore. Upton Park's not there anymore. I think for me, Selhurst Park was a good one to play at, you know, because I like nostalgia, and I like playing at grounds where I go, where they've got a bit of hit. Ellen Road, yeah, I'd play Ellen Road, yeah. I like any ground that's got a bit of history to it. Carrow Road, I'd love to play at Carrow Road as well. Yeah, doesn't have to be a big club, just history, isn't it? Like when I played at Selhurst Park, I was like, this is where Cantona did that kick. Yeah, so I think any ground that's got a little bit of history to it is great. On the European stage, I'd love to play at Barcelona, Real Madrid, San Siro. Juventus is still at the same place, aren't they? Stadio... can't remember what they call it now. I've had a complete brain blank. What's the Juventus ground called? What's it called? What's the Stadio delle Alpino? What's it called? Someone in the chat. I've had an absolute brain blank with Juventus. Allianz looks good, yeah. Never really liked Ewood Park. Actually, don't want to play there. Reminds me of them winning the league. They can forget it. I would refuse that. Deli Alpi, that was it. Did you see the Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer, says Miran? Look, I'm in my 40s, and I saw it, and it's not out for another year. And I started to think, realistically, when that game comes out, I'll be playing that in my 50s, which is scary. But I was excited by it, yeah. I'll definitely do a playthrough of that when it comes out. It's scary, like, how long ago Grand Theft Auto 5 came out, really. It's so long ago. But, yeah, it looks good. The only thing I would say about GTA 6 is that every Grand Theft Auto game I've played, I've always preferred the ones that are sort of based on LA, New York. So Miami, something a little bit different. Let's see. Here we go for the second half. Right, let me get my timer ready. Really enjoying this, by the way. I hope tomorrow night it can match up. I hope tomorrow night we can get some... look, it's such drama now, isn't it? You're playing for the Champions League. You're playing for the Champions League final. But my favourite Grand Theft Auto was Grand Theft Auto... I mean, I tried to play it. In fact, I bought it when they remastered it. It's nostalgic, but it just can't measure up graphics-wise. But Grand Theft Auto 3, when it came out, was a game changer because it must have been about 2000, maybe. The original Grand Theft Auto 1 and Grand Theft Auto 2 was basically... used to have the Hare Krishna gang that ran around, but it was from the sky. You looked down, and the car was there. Your man got out of the car, and they were like little cannon fodder, sensible soccer men running around. And then Grand Theft Auto 3 came out, and it was like completely different visuals. So it was an amazing game when it came out, and it was very much a New York map. So it was brilliant. I loved it. But GTA 6 is based on LA, isn't it? It's got that heat vibe. So yeah, I did see that, Miran. Thank you very much. Yeah, 6 is based on... The new one's based on Miami, but 5 is based on LA. The one that we play now, GTA 5, that's LA. Grand Theft Auto Torque Sport players Jim White, Yellow Tie, Crunchy Nut Cornflakes. We're running up for the second half anyway. Can Barcelona find a way back into this game? Rafinha's not been in it. Yamal's had a bit of it. Lewandowski's on the bench. And Yamal is here. Barcelona. One thing I will say about Barcelona. There's Yamal. He's putting good crosses into the box. One thing I will say about Barcelona is they are a team that doesn't panic. I don't think they will panic. Oh, God. This hip thing's bad. Where do you go? You can't go to your GP. They're rubbish. You'll be in your 50s, you old gits, is furious. You'll be there one day. But you might not. I don't know why people moan about age, because I don't think that nobody's guaranteed to get to their 50s, you know. I never understand it when people take the piss out of people's age like they're definitely going to get there themselves. It's a gift. Enjoy it. And don't let it age you either. I don't feel that much different. I just feel a little bit more experienced. And my hip hurts a lot more than it did in my 20s. That's the bad thing about getting old. Well intercepted by Thuram. They've got another break here. Where's he going to go? No. Lautaro Martinez. No, they've won it back. Pedri and Yamal are magic, says Austin. Well, here is Yamal. It's a bad pass that time. Charlie says, I think the game is over. It's never over, Charlie. Leon Cox, thanks for getting your badge in. Henry says, my great-grandpa loved living near the River Trent. Both stadiums are so close. He's dead now. Loved Notts County. At least he's seen this season, says Henry. Rest in peace, your granddad. Whoops says, if Inter win this, are they favourites to win it? Nah. No, I think people will still think it's... I think if PSG win, they'll be favourites. If Arsenal win, they'll be favourites. Whether they should be or not, I think that's what will happen. There's Yamal in the box. Goes down. Goal kick. Referee's had a good game, to be fair. He's got everything right. Let's have a look at this. Nah. No way. No way is that a penalty, I'm afraid. You can't claim that. There's a little bit of a pull, but not enough for a penalty. Mark, did you see Paris FC will be in League One? Their stadium is 10 minutes from PSG Stadium. Closest rivals in football, still a Farmers League. They've got loads of money, haven't they, super duper, Paris FC? Somebody said to me, keep an eye out on Paris FC. Well, it'd be good to get a bit of rivalry, wouldn't it? I mean, the French League is crying out for it. I thought that was a foul on Thuram. Yeah, referee's seen it. Fair play, yellow card. He ain't going to miss anything. No, it's about 10 metres, Mark, not 10 minutes. Is it that close? I'm going to have a look. Bloody hell. How does that work then? I mean, I don't know whether these images are true, but they're literally touching distance. How is that allowed? That's incredible. Inter have scored again, but they're offside. Inter are winning. Oh my God, says Liam. Yeah, Dundee and Dundee United are very close, Merc. I've seen them before. I mean, if those pictures are accurate, it really does look like they're 10 metres apart. Do anything fun today, Mark, says Alex. I wish I had, really. Not a lot. Because it was Bank Holiday Monday yesterday, I do have boring stuff to do as well. So, yeah, a few meetings today. And then, obviously, a few things been going on in the United stand. But it's nice to have this to look forward to, and tomorrow night. I like European week when it's in the knockouts. I'll be getting more stressed tomorrow as we approach United. I mean, United should be all right. 3-0 up at Old Trafford. You should be fine. But, you know, look at what happened to Bilbao. They were at home. Person sent off. Things can change. We could see Inter versus Arsenal. What a story, says Liam. I tell you what, if we see Inter versus Arsenal, FIFA will be over the moon because they'll get the Champions League winner in the Club World Cup. Nice ball over the top. Inter to me are looking a little bit more promising here. Goldio's got a hot take. United, Arsenal, Spurs, and Birmingham City will all win the Champions League before Barca do it again. Do you agree with me? No. That is why that's not a hot take. That's a wild take. Spurs winning a trophy before Barcelona, mate. Is Lewandowski just not fit? I know he didn't play the last game. They need a goal, Barca. Goal! Oh, no! There we go. Timing. One back. There we go. Cross came in. Steered it in. I think it's Eric. It is Eric. And it's 2-1. Game on. Game on. Now then. There's still 40 minutes to go. Barcelona works this really well. Little cross. He's not marked. Always amazes me when you've got that many defenders that somebody can be He took it really well though, didn't he? Sommer can't do anything about that. I'd fancy... Look, Inter need to go and get another goal. Nick says, makes me tear up knowing Inter could make it to the final with a €6 million keeper after scamming United. I miss Eric, but Onana was so wrong. Gets interesting now, says Sally, one of our mods. Hope you're doing well. How do you do it, Mark? Years of experience. Years of experience. Oh, God. I'm in agony. I'm not going to doctors. Last night I went to bed with a pillow between my legs. Apparently that's quite good for your back. Didn't help. DeMarco's going off here. Quite early to take him off. He's had a good game. But there's a long time to go here. And available subs, Lewandowski. He's on the bench. Inter just need... I know, let's not forget Inter. They do just need to keep pushing here. Keep pushing for goals. We've got a corner. Out and about. But there's a chance for Yamal. They've got a good break on here. Got a 3v2. Where's the Inter defence? Options. They're going to surely score. What a goal. Oh, my life. I've not seen... Oh, my God. Oh my God, that save from Sommer was bloody biblical. I can't speak. Barcelona have just showed you how to one-touch pass your way through on a counter-attack. That save is incredible. That Sommer save is unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. I need to see it again. I need to see that again. I mean, Barcelona can't have played this counter any better. Look at this. It's so good. It's a 3v2, but it's training ground stuff. It's every pass they play is perfect. And they've bloody cut it off. Oh, I need to see that save again. You can get a paracetamol rub, says Ollie. I need to get it. Stephen Graham says, United winning the Europa League. Kiss my face. I sense a Barcelona goal's coming here. Now, show us this save. I don't know how he's done it. I mean, it's probably a bad finish. Here it is. No, he's on the back post. I mean, to be fair, Eric should put it in the bottom corner. He gives him a chance. He does give him a chance. It's a great save by Sommer, but he should score that. He should put it in the bottom corner low. Still a great save, though, David. You're right. Pride of Switzerland, world class, says Johannes. Why don't Man United go for Martinez? He's so good, says Dan. Yeah, well, that could have been 2-2. Just feels like there's a Barcelona goal coming here at the moment. Mal wins a free kick. I don't feel like Inter are going to be able to defend this one out. I think they're going to have to give a little bit more on the attack. In my humble opinion. That's a good cross to the back post. There it is. 2-2. What a comeback again. Dani Olmo. Half an hour to go. I tell you what. If I didn't think it could happen, I'd be stunned. I really would. I mean, they've done this twice. They've been 2-0 down twice. And they've brought it back to 2-2. And they've done it in 15 minutes of the second half. Incredible. Both, I mean, look, if I'm being harsh on Inter, both goals coming from the back post on that left-hand side. Obviously, DeMarco came off after the first goal. They've made another sub, and it's still a weak area. But, look, it's not over for Inter, but same thing happened in Spain. But this tie is 5-5. Just like the first leg, says Savage. It's been an absolute cracker. Barcelona have been behind 3 times across this tie. Can they finally get in front now? Half an hour to go. I said extra time. I said there'd be extra time, but they might not need it. Here's Rafinha. Where's he going to go? Uses Pedri. Edge of the box. Dani Olmo thinks about shooting, slips. What a game. What a game again. We've got a great game. Football, eh? Still half an hour to go. And as I said, you've got the discipline and system of Inter, and then you've got the, well, system of Barcelona, but more flair, more stylistically. Lloyd Dingle, welcome to the Members Club. It's obvious you've played the game, says Viking Krypton Warrior. Just had a tenner on Paddy Power that Spurs will Spurs up their lead tomorrow and lose on penalties. Thursday, Steve, but I know what you mean. Kabasi is considered one of the best young centre-backs, but I think Yoro has higher potential, says Saf. You need to strengthen your abductor muscles, probably. Might be the root cause of the hip pain, says Jake Kyle. Thank you very much. It's still all Barcelona here. Inter can't get out at the moment. They're like the Dwarves of Moria. Is Lewandowski fit, says ISO. I feel like Lewandowski is on the bench as an emergency. I never understand when a player of that quality is on the bench. Like, you're either fit or you're not. Like, he should be on now, shouldn't he, really? Game of the tournament, says Matt. Both games have been fantastic. And the thing is, even though Barcelona are back in it and they're on top, you just wouldn't rule out Inter going back in front again. Very evenly matched. And whoever gets to the final, I think the loser deserves a memory, really. Could have been the final. Thanks, Jake, Kyle, for yours. Hakan is so underrated, says Mrs. Stone. Ange would be proud of Barca's defence, says Calhan. Here's Inter again. He's got to go wide to Dumfries. That's a terrible ball. Terrible ball. Check MUF's MPB for Anana News, says SSJ. Or, when I'm doing a live stream watching a great game and you've done a super chat, why did you not just tell me the Anana News? I can't go. Can I? I'm watching this. Rafinha. Into Olmo. Oh, nearly got Torres in. But didn't. Not starting an OnlyFans, Logan. Wouldn't even know where to start. "65 minutes. It's all Barca at the moment, but Inter have had a breakaway. If Cantona is 7, what's Pallister and Keane equal to?" says Andrew Dean the Big. I can't remember Gary Pallister's number. Was he 2 or 5? I can't remember. That's a number of a shirt. I can't remember. Steve Bruce was 4. I presume we're going with Keane as 16. 6. So it's 22 then, isn't it? Not liking the broadcast of this match in the US or on Paramount. They split screen between the game and Beckham commentating, says Stephen. What's the Beckham commentary like? Is he just sat on his own like me, or is he in a room with other people? I was trying to watch it last week, but I couldn't. They didn't even show clips of it in the, not even on YouTube. Couldn't find it. Barca's still on the attack. Nice little ball. In to clear it. Pedri's been brilliant. Out to Yamal. Outside of the foot cross. In to clear it. They're under a lot of pressure here. You'd say the momentum with Barca with half an hour to go is too strong. Inter desperately need to get back in front here. We've never seen Inter from behind. Oh, he's with Mika and Thierry Henry. All right, okay. How much monthly to start an OnlyFans, Mark? Realistically, I don't know. What would I do on an OnlyFans, Dean? I wouldn't even know what I would do. It's on Amazon Prime in the UK. Olmo, good interception. Inter are hanging on here. Yamal. Ooh, penalty. Mkhitaryan. I don't think it was in the box. I don't think it was in the box. Let's have a look. Penalty Barca. Yamal's down. Genuine attempt to get the ball. Can't be a red card. Nah, he's outside the box, surely. Yeah, outside the box. Not a penalty. I've played the game. It's amazing how often I'm right. Outside the box, definitely. It's like that Tarkovsky tackle, isn't it? You knew it was a red card when you saw it. Odds of United signing Yamal, says Daniel. More chance of signing your mum. And I hope your mum's doing well, Daniel. But seriously, that's not even a joke. There is more chance of us signing your mum because we're not signing Yamal ever. Yeah, outside the box. Free kick. That inch could be big because if Barcelona had got a penalty, you'd fancy that. Sorry. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, by the way. I've just lost the live chat here. But it's all coming back to me now. Still a good free kick position for Rafinha. Left foot. Yeah, Barcelona deserve. You know what? Just before this free kick, we've got to say Barcelona deserves so much credit. I know people moan about Barcelona and they moan about Real Madrid, but I saw Real Madrid win a Champions League that year when they weren't the best team and they grind it out game after game after game. This Barcelona side, just over the bar. This Barcelona side have been tested to the maximum about 3 or 4 times by Inter across this tie, and every time they've had an answer. Every time they've come back. You know, 2-0 down twice. It's they may well be a very good team to watch, Barcelona, but they've also got a relentless belief and intensity. And to come back here as well, fantastic. Lautaro Martinez is coming off. Doesn't look very happy. Apparently Yamal supported Spurs as a kid, says Bomber. Oh, thank God he moved past that because he wouldn't be winning anything. Bissek comes off as well. Taremi and Darmian. Remember Taremi? A lot of people said Man United should have bought him as well. Daniel Daly says, do you think Thuram would be good for United? I think maybe we should have gone for Thuram before he went to Inter, but I wouldn't be going for him now. Darmian's on as well. Darmian. Oh, Stewart just got hit on the head with the ball. He's all right. What final would you like to see? Barca PSG for me, says Raj. I think Barca PSG, from a purely footballing spectacle, would be great. But on the other hand, I don't do that. Like that, I agree. Barca PSG would just be a great game to watch. But that I wouldn't say I want it just for that reason. I think I want the team to win that deserves it. I think Inter have done really well. I know Barcelona are better to watch, but Inter deserve to be in this game. It's not through luck or anything like that. And if Arsenal can do something tomorrow, they deserve it as well. Barca genuinely don't give a toss conceding goals. How do you create a team like that? Mentality monsters, says Nick P. Pedri. Yamal. Another good cross. Jazz says, hi Mark, Rian here. Could you please shout out my team GXFFC Falcons for winning the tournament this weekend? Hopefully Man United take Europa next. Well done, Jazz, for what you've done. And just a reminder to all Scousers, Trent's leaving, says Tom Wright. TBA says, I wish my girlfriend said the same thing. Can you remember Darmian at United, Mark? Mate, I'm not that bloody young. I wish I was. It wasn't that long ago, was it? Steady player, Darmian. Move maniac. I said extra time though, didn't I? Yamal, nice little dink to the back post. No. Channel of Shuki says, if United get the 4th on Thursday, do you think it's over? I'd love it. Hope so. Stephen Ross says, this is weird. Beckham and others are sitting in their own chairs while Carragher and Mika are shoulder to shoulder sharing a lounge chair. I mean, I can't see it because it's in the States, but it sounds very similar to the Overlaps attempt at doing a watch-along, which I thought was very strange as well. Can you remember that Overlap watch-along? When, like, Carragher was in a United top and they jumped on top of each other. That actually happened. Oh, I tell you what, Inter, got to be a bit careful. Even if it goes to extra time, they've got to have a game plan. I mean, if this game goes to extra time, that's 50 minutes of this rhythm. Got to be a little bit more to it here. Matty says, what way does it work if Chelsea win the conference and qualify for the Europa but qualify for the Champions League through the league? Obvious, Matty. You go for the... They're not going to play in the Europa League, are they? They're playing the highest one. Lad Mag says, Barca crossed that ball so much compared to Man United. Remember O'Shea in goal for Man United, says Mads. What game was that? Was it Newcastle? Lee says the Overlap live chat was just the United stand members giving them pelters. My name was blocked. They blocked it. Inter are shaky. They know what's coming. We've got nearly 28,000 watching. Bloody hell. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Well, we've got a very interesting 15 minutes here. I hope tomorrow's game can live up to it. I really hope that PSG don't just, well, some people are going to say I hope this does happen, but I really hope that PSG just don't go and score 2 quick early goals and kill that game. Getting tired, Mark. Yeah, I've been tired today, Luca. I don't know what it is. I don't normally... I thought I slept quite well last night. Woodsy says, for what it's worth, Mark... Oh, I don't know. Hold on a minute. There we go. Yamal. No, he's going to lose that. No, he's still got it. Probe. Shoots. What a save by Sommer. What a shot from Yamal out of nothing. This guy is special. Breaking news. He's special. Look at that for a shot. That's great. A good save as well. Woodsy says, for what it's worth, Mark, as I feel that you don't get enough credit, you're a good at what you do and contribute so much to the football community and overall a positive voice for the fans. Oh, Woodsy, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Maxo says, the game is done. Barca are going to win 4-2. Not been in front once in this tie, mate, so I wouldn't write them off yet. This Barca team could win the Premier League easily. What's happening in La Liga? They play Real Madrid at the weekend, don't they? 4-point gap, 4 games to go. And they play Real Madrid on Sunday at 3:15. Great. Just when Man United are playing. James says, how is it that players who were not good enough for United are now playing in a Champions League semi-final and were 15th with better players? I think, James, if you want the honest answer and not the sensationalist answer, it's really quite simple and it's gone on for time. Look at this from Yamal again. He's got him. Oh, I tell you what, still 10 minutes to go. For me, it's just different. Look, why was Anthony so below average in the Premier League and then at Betis he's on fire in La Liga? It's just environment, system, players around them, motivations. Look, Man United are crap in the Premier League, but good in the Europa League. Why is that? We all know the intensity and speed of the Premier League is far better than that of the Europa League. So, multitude of reasons. Another double substitution here for Inter. They've really got to do it. Fratesi and Zielinski coming on. Kalinoglu and Mkhitaryan coming off. Rajaf says missile strikes have hit. India Army confirms, says Rajaf. What's your favourite ever watch-along on this channel, says Viking Crypto Warrior. I think it's the one where I had the GIF, you know, where England beat Colombia on penalties. It wasn't a great game, just it's probably that having witnessed England lose so many penalties in my life, that was quite enjoyable. Whoever scores now probably kills the game. I think we might be going to extra time, but here's Inter again. Not been attacking that much in this half. There's Yamal again. I know it's banter, but thoughts on Anthony versus Vinicius Jr. stat today, says Thomas. I haven't seen it, but comparing Vinicius Jr. to Anthony is banter. That yeah. I mean, I was asked about this this channel. The last few minutes of that Lyon game was incredible. Right, we've got exactly 10 minutes to go now. Are we heading to extra time or are we going to get a winner here? Be harsh. It's going to be harsh on whoever, but it's going to be harsh on whoever anyway. They've been pretty evenly matched, if not contrast styles, but Inter have been twice 2-0 ahead. You can't dispute that. And Barcelona have fought back twice as well. Here's Dumfries again. Puts a cross in. Oh, we got the shot off there. Barcelona don't let Inter just get into the box. They have. Good defending. Barcelona clear it. Manvir says, do you think Yamal can reach Messi's level? As I said last week, I think that the intensity of the game now and the volume of games that they play now makes it very difficult for any player physically to deal with the numbers that Messi and Ronaldo put in year on year on year. You've basically got to stay fit for 10 years and play well for 10 years, haven't you? So I think it's very hard to replicate the numbers that Messi and Ronaldo did. If you were Harry Kane, how would you manage the rest of your career, says Scrog? 1 more year in the Bundesliga and then come back and do 3 in the Prem. Keel Robinson says Anthony can win 2 European Cups this season. Well, Inter are having a little bit of a renaissance here. The subs have worked, brought a little bit more intensity, and they've managed to get higher up the pitch. Oh, Barcelona defending well there. What team do you think Kane would go for in the Prem? Oh, that will be the thing, Clash. I mean, I think Harry Kane coming back to the Premier League at 32 next summer, which I think he would be 32. Let's have a look. He's not about pace, is he, Kane? So I don't think that's going to be a problem. So Harry Kane's 33 next summer. But then Lewandowski, our old Lewandowski. So if Harry Kane's 33 next summer and he comes back to the Premier League, where would he go? Yeah, I mean, look, Lewandowski's 37 in the summer. So I think Harry Kane could easily play till he's 36. Where would you go at 33? He might have to settle for something like a Spurs. Again. Oh, my God. I mean, he's not going to get a Man City, is he? He's not going to get an Arsenal. He's not going to get a Liverpool at 33, I wouldn't have thought. But if he wants to break that Premier League record, I think he could still do it. Oh, hold on. Inter. Dumfries into Thuram. Looked offside. Looked offside. Good defending. Yeah, it was offside. From what I've heard, there's no prospect that he's going to go back this year. Simone Inzaghi looks a little bit like Bret Hart, says Joe Coleman. He does. Good shout. What chance do you give Arsenal tomorrow, says Alec Miller. What, of going through as a percentage? Why am I yawning? I haven't done this for a long time. As going through as a percentage, I would say I would give Arsenal 25%. Yeah, 20%, 25%, yeah. 2 years ago, Barca got knocked out by United and Ten Hag, says political scientist. Yes, I remember that. We played very well. Barcelona were in a bad place, though, weren't they? They certainly weren't the Barcelona of today. Something in the air, says Lee. I'm knackered. Yeah, I can't stop yawning. I don't know what it is. Extra time as well. Definitely going to get extra time. I said it before the game. Lewandowski is basically as fit as Ronaldo. Please don't compare him to Kane, says NVM. Thank you for your super chat. Thanks everyone who's tuning in. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right hand corner. Imagine if it goes to penalties. Barca won't want penalties, would you? You wouldn't want penalties here. Not if you fancy yourself as the better side. Four minutes to go. Here we go. Inter He's got him in. Thuram. Oh, keeper, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant sweeper keeper there. That's what your sweeper keeper's all about. Really good. Thuram looked knackered, though, to be fair. He did. He looked absolutely done on his feet. Here's your Mal. Ref says play on. Great save, Sommer. Rafina! Oh, no. Oh, no. Right at the end. I mean, I'm saying oh, no. I mean, fair play to Barcelona, but what I'm saying oh, no for is it's right at the end for Inter. Incredible scenes here. Inzaghi can't believe it. They've been 2-0 up in the San Siro. They were running down the touchline like they'd won it. And Barcelona, let's have a look. Yeah, onside. Rafina gets the first shot off. Sommer makes the save. And that's EAFC nightmare for me. This happens all the time. They have a shot and it bounces back straight to him. I'll tell you what, give Rafina credit though. The first shot off the left foot's good. Comes straight back to him, but there's still a lot to do. And he absolutely leathers it in the bottom corner. 3-2. Ballon d'Or. Ballon d'Or. Ballon d'Or. Lewandowski, thank you very much. Can't be offside. No. I'll tell you what, it's a contrast there, isn't it? That ball over the top for Thuram. He just didn't look fit. And then at the other end, they go and do it. Rafina, 13 goals in 14 matches. What a game. What a game. Look, it makes no difference to me who goes through. I just would have said, oh no, if Thuram had scored that goal as well. Like, I just feel that both teams have put on such a big display. And that's football, isn't it? We've got a late winner for Barcelona. I just felt like it was going to be harsh. After two brilliant games of football, it would have been really harsh for Inter. Well, it is harsh for Inter to be losing it in the last 3 minutes. But what a story as well. I take you back to Spain. I take you back to Barcelona. Inter go 2-0 up. Barca get it back to 2-2. Inter go 3-2 up. Barca get it back to 3-3. We come here to Italy in the San Siro. Barca go 2-0 up. Sorry, Inter go 2-0 up. Barca get it back to 2-2. And then with 3 minutes left, Barca win it. I mean, written in the stars or what? Lewandowski's coming on. He'll be back for the final. But what a story. What a story. Behind 3 times. Twice behind by 2 goals. And then with 3 minutes to go, you go ahead in the tie for the first time across the whole game. This is the first time Barcelona have been in front in the whole tie. And they do it with 3 minutes to go. But what do they say? It's a marathon, not a sprint. And the only position that matters is first at the final finishing line. Doesn't matter if you're second or third. It's what you do at the end. I can definitely see Rashford fitting into the Barca side. If I was a club representative, I would move heaven and earth to sign him up. Thank you very much, Nick P. I don't know whether that's sarcasm or true, but... Inter have got 5 minutes to turn this around. They're going to be devastated by this. But to be honest with you, you're going to be devastated anyway, aren't you? Either way. Either way. That's football, says Keel Robinson. And you're here on That's Football. There's nearly 30,000 of you. Make sure you subscribe. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Let us know where you're watching from. Inter whip across into the box. There's no one on the back post and it's going to go out for a throw-in. Rashford would not make this Barca side, says Michael. I tell you what, I don't know whether Nick was being sarcastic or not, but what I will say about Rashford in a Barcelona shirt is he wouldn't be a bad option to bring off the bench if you ever wanted to take Yamal or Rafinha off. That's the problem. He'd definitely be a decent option from the bench. It's just when would you ever take them off? And look, if you want Yamal to be the next Messi, he can't play 90 minutes, 60 games a season. He'll be done by 24. Well, they're on the break again. Yamal into Pedri. How many years has Lewandowski got left on his contract? Here's Yamal again. It's the post. Unbelievable player. Unbelievable player. The levels he sets are incredible. His shooting ability, his crossing ability, the technique is just unbelievable. It's crazy. Crazy quality. I would be very excited about a PSG Barcelona final, but Arsenal and Inter Milan are still in this tournament. That's a lovely ball. Oh, it's gone behind Dumfries, but he's still got it. Puts the cross in. Oh my God! 3-3. Unbelievable. Take your top off. Take your top off. Take your top off. It's absolutely brilliant. What am I watching? What am I watching? Oh my God. 3-3. Dumfries again. What a game. We're heading to extra time. Barcelona can't believe it. They can't believe it. I can't believe it. Can you believe it? Incredible scenes. 3-3 again. 6-6 on aggregate. And I tell you what, they were down. They were out. But they didn't give up. Thuram played a bad pass. But the Barcelona players sort of allowed him to recover it. Ah, what a cross by Dumfries. What a cross by Dumfries. And it's gone in the one area of the goal. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. This is football. I'm standing up for extra time. I don't know why I sat down anyway. Great. Great scenes here. Unbelievable, Jeff, says Engelsman. Absolute cinema. I don't know what Hansi Flick is clapping about. Fratesi with the goal, by the way. Sorry, Acerbi with the goal. What an amazing game. 6 goals in both ties. Sorry, yeah. We've had 12 goals altogether. 6 goals in each game. Can't split the two teams. Dumfries and Galloway. Scooby-Doo, says Viking Krypton Warrior. Please do subscribe to the channel, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We're going to extra time. And to be honest with you, sometimes with extra time, I don't like it. But with this one, I bloody love it. I absolutely love it. Brilliant. The teams... For me, I can't split these two teams. I can split them on their style of play. I certainly think one of them has got better individual players and is more pleasing on the eye. But let's not be elitist. Inter have been very effective. Here's Yamal into the box. Good play. They've still got it, Barcelona. It's not beyond the realms of possibility. But Inter are going to break away. Still going to break away. Barella, that'll do. Still, this game's just going to go off in extra time. I don't know whether we'll make penalties. I think there'll be goals. Yamal! 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 Sommer! Bloody hell. Bloody hell. I mean, that was a moment, wasn't it? Imagine if he'd won that there. Players go down. It's going to extra time. It's going to extra time. Share the video. Get involved. We are witnessing a Champions League banger here. This is fantastic football. Brilliant. 6 goals again. And I tell you what, the great thing about the reason we've had 12 goals, by the way, I've seen Champions League semi-finals across 2 legs where you've had 1 goal in 2 games. The reason we've had 12 goals in 2 games is because the matchup is perfect. You've got an Inter team that use wing-backs, so they want to get on. But they've got a high line. It's just creating a lot of space for both. And that's why we've seen so much goal action. It's brilliant. Really, really, really brilliant. Who wins it? Well, I don't know. I mean, the incredible thing is, the story was sort of written, wasn't it? Inter been ahead 3 times, and then with 3 minutes to go, Barcelona go ahead for the first time, and you think, well, that's it. That's it. And then Inter go, anything you can do, we can do as well. Get an equaliser, we're going to extra time. Look, Barcelona have still got Yamal on the pitch. They've still got Rafinha on the pitch, and they've now got Lewandowski on the pitch. I'd say Barcelona are still marginally favourites, but it's in Italy. If it goes to penalties, I don't know whether that's good for Barcelona. I think they've got to try and win it in extra time. Daniel says, I know it's past your bedtime, but keep streaming. Yes, mate. I'm not going to bed. Just share the video. Please do subscribe to the channel, by the way, if you're new. Get involved with That's Football, no matter where you're from. Get involved. Would love that. Is it the best match ever? I wouldn't say it's the best match ever. I think it's a great game. I think it's... I saw somebody in the chat say, worst Champions League ever. The quality's not that good. Been watching the Champions League since its inception, and... I think there's been better teams that have won the Champions League, but I think this has been one of the... I said it, as soon as Real Madrid got knocked out, this was going to be really exciting because Real Madrid win the Champions League the majority of the time. And Barcelona are favourites, but they're not huge favourites. Like Inter Milan have got their own style, and PSG have got their own style. And look, who knows what Arsenal can do. So... I mean, I just think that equaliser I'm just watching it on the screen again. That equaliser for Inter is just pure cinema, like somebody said. It's great. We're in. I nearly said we're in Rome. We're not in Rome. We're in Milan, and fantastic, just fantastic. And as I say, I don't know whether we'll get penalties. I did predict extra time. Don't know whether we're going to get penalties. Dumfries and Bastoni to United, says 1 Inch Wonder. Is this the craziest Champions League tie ever, says 92. I think the reason that I think a lot of people wrote, and to be fair, a lot of you have said it before the game even happened, before the first leg, and I've seen it a lot on like football social media. People wrote Inter Milan off. They're a good team. They've been a good team all the way through the tournament. And... obviously, Barcelona can't help the fact that they're the hipster choice with people like Yamal, Rafinha, Lewandowski. They've got the more high-profile ballers, but Inter are a good team. They've got a good squad. They've made big changes, and it's worked. I think since Kalanoglu and Mkhitaryan went off, they've actually got back into the game more with a little bit more pace, haven't they? So let's do this timer here. Go on, ref. What's he waiting for? Atmosphere's incredible. I don't think it goes to penalties. I don't think it does. I think statistically... Oh, what's the delay here? Statistically, I don't know whether anyone can tell me, but statistically a lot of games that go to extra time go to penalties. But I think this gets won. I think this gets won in extra time. I think the teams are too open. They've not played defensively at all. So I think this gets won. Is this the? Thank you very much. This is some old school end-to-end stuff, and we love it. Big up Goldbridge and the community from Switzerland, says Johannes. Thank you very much, pal. Yeah, Barcelona don't know how to sit back anyway, so that's what I mean about penalties. Unless Inter decide to sit back and park the bus, which they can't do, I just think we're going to keep seeing a really good game. This is some old school stuff, says Johannes. I know, thank you very much to Daniel. Up to 300 now because of that goal. Thanks for the commentary, Mark. What a game, says It's Mike. This tie deserved that equaliser, says Robbo96. Arsenal's Tifo or Oberton's head, says Eric 10 Slags. We are witnessing history. 2 epic games, says Sepulkstick. Barcelona are terrible at the back, says Ale. Yeah, I mean, I think even the most staunch Barcelona fan would admit that. They're not, you know, that they give everyone a chance. A Serbi thinks he's Harry Maguire, says 1 Inch Wonder. All right, I'm going to stand. I can't sit down for too long because it just does me back in. Oh, God, who's on the attack here? Oh, Barcelona on the attack. Pray for Pakistan, says Wakar. I think there's stuff going on, isn't there, between India and Pakistan. I mean, I'm not going to start commenting on stuff like that. We're watching football, but obviously don't want to hear of anybody being in fear or hurt. Is Mark Goldbridge... Kiamal can't stay off the ground, says Blatt. It's getting a bit chilly. It's summer. What's going on? Make sure you share the video. Nearly 30k watching. Don't slow the game down. Come on. Here's Barella. Lewandowski is on at the moment. We'll see how fit he is, but... Do you wish this was a golden goal scenario, says Timothy? I think a game like this, golden goal would be fantastic, wouldn't it? I've got a massive hole in my jeans pocket. That's not a good thing because you could lose something. Stop making it bigger. Oh, here we go. Oh, no. Look at that line from Barcelona. It's there. The little dink over the top is there. And it is there. He's done well. Taremi into Thuram. No. Still there. As a very wise man once said, football, eh? Bloody hell. What a game again. I'm hoping to get through, says Shane B. I don't know which way this goes. Inter on again. If that cross goes in, oh, he can't quite do it. Good defending from Barcelona there. Atletico says away goals. Well, away goals wouldn't mean anything in this game, would it? They both scored 3. No, I don't know. I don't know which way it goes. I feel like Barcelona have got the better firepower, but Inter are at home, so he's gone down injured. He's given the foul. Hi, Mark. Can you say good luck to everyone doing higher English tomorrow at 9, says ETH NAD. There we go. Good luck. Jackson says Beckham and Co. with a bottle of red, Behoundland, Goldbridge, Watchalong. It's nice to be... Hey, I take it as a compliment. Rafinha is 1 goal assist from the Champions League record, says Honeyed Voices. And he will only get it if he does it here, or if he gets to the final and does it there. But Barca haven't been attacking that much in the first 5 minutes of this extra time. Here's Yamal. In my opinion, no team in the Premier League can match the quality and ability of these two teams. It's a completely different ball game, so much more impressive, says treble champ. I don't know. I don't know about that. I think we dismissed the power of the Premier League. Liverpool have obviously finished their season. I think when they lost to PSG, they've just been going through the motions. Arsenal, in my opinion, aren't a finished article until they get a striker. And Man City, up until this season, I think can mix it up with anybody. But this season, you're right, these teams are better than what the Premier League have to offer. That's why we are where we are. There's Yamal again. Inter definitely getting the numbers back now. But, oh, there we go. Pedri can't get there. Good, quick, off his line, Sommer. In my opinion, I've done that one from Treble Champ. Thank you very much for your super chat there, pal. Oh. I think the Saudi League end game is a Super League with their teams and the European top 6 leagues. If not, I can see them getting Champions League slots soon, says Luca. Yeah, I think that... I think if they're going to keep investing money in, then at some point they're going to want something beyond that, and unless another country in the region starts their own league up as well and starts spending money. Thank you, Luca, for your super chat. Lewandowski does well there. Barca not really done that much since extra time started. Here's Rafinha. He's offside as well. Players are going to get tired. Eric says Sommer and Dumfries have been classed for Inter. Would Inter want Onana back? Says Engels. Absolutely not. Another substitution here from Barcelona. I mean, to be fair, Barcelona on penalties, you've got Lewandowski, you've got Pedri, you've got Yamal, you've got Rafinha. I mean, you'd be pretty confident with their technique. I'll tell you what, if I'm doing extra time for United on Thursday, we're in big trouble. Why have because we've blown a 3-0 lead. Why have 3 of Barca's players wearing those stupid wrist straps? Is it a new football fad, says Alec. Nice little flick on. Thuram's on his own. Needs some support. Still got it. Done well. Goes for the box. Puts the cross in. Lays it off. How do you get your shot off? Oh, they've done it again. What are Barcelona doing at the box? Fratesi. What are Barcelona doing here? Thuram is in a non-dangerous position, finds his way in the box, then it gets laid off. But it's brilliant for Inter. It's 4-3. They lead again. People are saying, wow, in the chat. Barcelona have got to come from behind again. They must enjoy coming from behind. It's 4 times. It's 4 times now. And they've got to do it again. Hansi Flick looks very stressed at the moment. But Inter Milan are 4-3 up. I mean, just watch this. It's good play by Thuram. They force him wide, and from this position, he never should be coming back what he does. That is shocking. And then there's the layoff, and someone's got to close him down quicker. It's bad defending by Barca. It's really bad. Look, flowers to Inter, but it's bad defending by Barcelona. When Thuram's going wide like that, he never should be cutting back inside. And someone's got to close him down. Lovely finish, though. Lovely finish by Fratesi. Well, I still don't think it's over. I still don't think this is over. I still think Barcelona now, surely they've got a goal in them. 4-3. Wow. Wow. Well, not unbelievable, just what a game. I don't think it's unbelievable because I think the game we've watched, you'd very much believe it. Forza Inter says 1 inch wonder. You definitely believe it. Right, 100 minutes. Still 20 to go. I can't see Barcelona not scoring in 20 minutes. I think if Inter had a 2-goal lead again, I could still see them doing it. That's going to go through to Sommer. I tell you what, I don't know who's going to win because with 5 minutes to go, I thought it was definitely going to be Barcelona in the final. Now, again, I'm thinking it's going to be Inter in the final. But in 10 minutes' time, it'll probably be Barcelona again. Why is the scoreboard not updated? Oh, I've done this before. I don't think it updates in extra time. I think this happened before. I don't know why it's not updated. It's 4-3 to Inter. Apologies. Can I overload that? Is there something I can do? Manually. Well, it's going to be a bit messy, but at least it's something. Yeah, it's not the best, but looks a bit shit actually, doesn't it? There's not much I can do. I don't know why it hasn't done it. Is it raining in Italy? Here comes the rain again. Like a memory, wanna dive into your ocean. Cracking song, that. Barcelona put Maguire up front, says Orange. Football is the winner tonight, says Al. Who do you want to win the Ballon d'Or, says Thomas? I think it should go to... A2 Frosty says Mark's got no computer knowledge. I don't control that. We don't control any of that. So I'm just putting a 4 as an overlay. I can't control anything that's going on statistically or numbers. It comes in from somewhere else. My football team chat is going mental. What a game. I love football, says Johnny. Are you going to perform on the Eurovision, Mark, says Media? Hold on. How long's left? 2 minutes. Ballon d'Or. Ballon d'Or. Ballon d'Or. Rafinha, I think, was always my pick. Oh, shot over the bar. Plenty of time for Barcelona. Don't need to panic yet. Is it fair that Inter get another 30 minutes at home? Maybe the next extra 30 minutes should be played at a neutral venue, like a local park, says the chosen one. Whether it's fair or not, there's not a lot you can do about it. 13 goals in 2 games, says Nigel. Unbelievable. Abu says, are you good, Mark? You seem tired. I am tired today. I don't know why. I've not felt this lacking in energy for quite a while. Barcelona defence too weak. Look, I understand the weakness of playing a high line, and there's a reason you play the high line, because it forces teams onto you and it creates space. But when you look at that goal, that's got nothing to do with the high line. And when you look at Inter Milan's last 2 goals, nothing to do with the high line. It's poor defending on the front post. It's poor defending in the build-up phase, and then the goal that's the leader at the moment. Again, there's multiple actions of poor defending. So I think that the 2 goals that Barcelona have conceded, multiple mistakes in their defensive actions. But credit to Inter. They've scored 7 goals. Here's Yamal. Took too long there. That's going to go for a goal kick. No throw-in. Probably one of the best home-away ties I've seen. Clash of styles, goals, unpredictability, drama, now a downpull. Absolute cinema, says D.I. Yorgo. And I want to applaud you, mate, because I completely agree that clash of styles is something that we see quite a lot in football. But I think we realised very, very quickly in Spain that the clash of styles here was the recipe for a very good game. Now, sometimes you put, you know, cheese and cornflakes together, it ain't going to work. But sometimes, you know, you put a bit of beef in a sandwich and it's glorious. And I think that's what we've got here, a really, really good clash of styles that allows both teams to be attacking. I don't know whether we're going to get it, but a lot of people were talking about PSG Barcelona final and what that would be. I think it would be very interesting, but I think Barcelona, to their credit, make most games good because that high line just forces teams to be a little bit more adventurous, even if it's not in their DNA. The DNA. Arsenal are better than these two if they play fast, says Wheelbarrow. That's a big statement. Dear Premier League, Thuram is not for sale, says SPP Production. Ross McRae, Magician, says 13 goals in 2 games, 1 away from a new semi-record. Italian team showing why Serie A is the most underrated league in the world, says Irish Ryan. I think the Italian league, to observe it, has been very good for a few years now. The title race, the top 4 race. It just doesn't get the coverage it used to get in the 90s. Interesting cross. Still there for Inter. Barca's defence. He can't afford to go 2-0 down again. Thuram. Oh, he's sent him back to... Oh, they're in again here. Three minutes added. We have to remember it's been raining, Hansi Flick. I don't know whether the rain helps Barcelona Media Man Productions. You know, they like to keep the ball down and that slipped away as well. I'll tell you what else is slipping away. Oh, if you'd have played the through ball then. That high line of Barca is ridiculously high. Could have been in again. If the missus says mandatory date night during a United match, what would you cancel the watch along? No, Daniel, absolutely not. She would know not to do that as well. Oh. What is the referee just done then? Very brave from the ref. Very brave from the referee. What's the ref doing there? So, literally, they've just played a ball through for a one-on-one and he's blown his whistle. What's the ref doing there? Referee! I can't speak. I mean, technically he's not going to get into trouble, but they had a one-on-one and he blew the whistle. Dexter says, do a poll, United 7-6 Leon or Inter 7-6 Barca. I'm not doing a poll on it, mate, because this is better. This is a better game of football. That was better for a United fan, but this is a better game of football across 2 legs. To think some people would have you believe Pep Ball is superior to this. Yeah, Robbo, 96. I hope this is the death of Pep Ball. Get rid of it. Rubbish. If time's up, says Harry. Yeah, but I don't like that. I think if you've got a corner, you let the corner be played. If there's an attacking play like that, let it be played. Don't bloody blow the whistle. Come on. Flick really needs to sort out the defence. The number of goals they're conceding this season is mental, says Carol. Thanks everybody who's tuning in, by the way. 31,000 of you. We've got 15 minutes left of extra time. Can Barcelona come back yet again? It would be penalties. Or can they come back and win it? Or will Inter finally put them to bed? The players are back on the pitch. The rain is coming down. It was a controversial call by the referee, Mark. Yeah, it was. And I think Inter made a big deal of it. But there's nothing you can do. He's blown his whistle. You can't go back. Nothing's going to happen there. to change it. Right, here we go. I need to figure out how to do the timer on this. That'll do. Just a recap on the lineups there, because they are going round on your screen. Is that still working, the stats carousel? It seems to have been stuck on Barcelona for bloody ages. Yeah, it is working. Good. Here's Barca. Defend well. You defended well there. Well done. Well done there. Well done. Damian. They've got to push now. Just a quick run through of what's left on the pitch now, because there's been a lot of substitutes. So, for Inter, Bisek went off for Damian. Augusto came on for DeMarco. Fratesi came on for Mkhitaryan. Zielinski came on for Kalinoglu, and Taremi came on for Martinez. For Barcelona, Lewandowski came on for Torres. Lopez came on for Olmo. Pau Victor came on for Pedri, and Fort came on for Garcia. Jabi came on for Kabasi, and Araujo came on for Martinez. So Pedri has gone off, which is, look, referees, managers make the call. Pedri has had a good game, but we're into 95 minutes now. Maybe the legs are not willing anymore. Rafinha trying to get onto his left foot. This is where Barcelona are dangerous. Yamal. Quick feet into the box. Looking to put a cross in. Does put a cross in. Oh, Lewandowski didn't see much of it. Over the bar. You think there are worse owners than the Glazers and to Jim? At the end of the day, Ratcliffe, says Daniel. I'm sure there are worse owners, but our owners are terrible. I mean, Lewandowski there, he has got the header on it. He just hasn't got the forehead on it. What am I treading on here? A bit of a slipper. The three is coming on. Dumfries is going off. Champions League final is 3 weeks on Saturday, I think. Yeah, it'd be 3 weeks on Saturday. I think. 3 weeks is 21 days. Yeah, 3 weeks on Saturday. Inter on the attack. Thuram. Oh, what a save by Chesney. Good save. I thought there was going to be an offside. It's Fratesi again. Cross comes in. Thuram would have been offside, but the linesman's missed it. The goal would not have counted anyway, but it's a good save by Chesney. But because they haven't called for the offside, the free kick will get the corner will be given. Crazy, isn't it, that rule? It would have been offside if it had gone in, but the linesman didn't catch it, so it ends up still being a corner. Who's been your man of the match? I mean, Dumfries again has delivered, hasn't he? They're all offside there. What's going on? The weather. Jake says, being a United fan brought me here. Years later, can't imagine the game without your commentary, United or not. Thanks, Mark. Thanks, Jake, for your super chat. Appreciate that. If you are new, make sure you subscribe. Join in with the That's Football community. Everybody's welcome here. Doesn't matter where you're from or who you support. Unless you're from... No, I'm joking. Yamal. No. Time is running out. Time is running out. Time is running out. For you. Could be a good hit, that. I think across the whole tie, Dumfries is man of the match. When you think about what did he get? What did he get in the first game? 2 goals and an assist, or an assist and 2 goals? Same thing. No. No, I literally just did them the other way around. What did he get in the first one? 2 goals and an assist, or an assist and 2 goals? Same thing. Did he get 2 assists and a goal? Oh, look at the queuing up again on the back post. Inter. Barca are stretched here. Inter could kill him off. I mean, you've got to be stretched, haven't you? You've got to give it a go, of course. Offside. I'm honestly impressed by Inzaghi's management, says Sate. If Barcelona win the Champions League, does Rafinha deserve the Ballon d'Or, or should Salah still be in conversation, says Dylan. Would you ever consider That's Football player ratings? Yes, Johnny, I think that would be great. So it's a little bit more problematic because it's a lot more work, because there's a lot more games and you've got to have a lot more players set up. This Lino flags for nothing, says Benny. I think he's just enjoying the game. I think he's just having a great game, you know? Where is the final anyway? I asked that ages ago. And I didn't clock it. Here's Yamal. That's got to go. Oh, it's a terrible cross. At this time of the game, that's a terrible cross. It's in the Allianz Arena. Okay. Oh, yeah, of course. People were talking about Bayern, weren't they? They were. Bayern Munich. Nice little flick. To be honest, in extra time, Inter have been better than Barcelona. I think Barcelona were the better team up until they got in front, and then they've sort of... I mean, most of the second half, Barcelona were the better team. Then when they went ahead, since then, it's been Inter. Fumbled it, says Angel. Well, it's not over yet, but Inter have been the better team in extra time. What's your favourite chocolate, says Gaming Lemon. They don't make it anymore. Used to love a topic. Here we go. Oh, no. Cleared. This is why... Lewis Young says, this is why we can't count out Bilbao next leg. Well, no, you've got to respect it. United should be coming through. Inter MVP is Marato. Great market with no money, says SP Production. 3v3 though here. Barcelona and Yamal will get that. God, the camera angle there was hard to see. Yamal! Oh, I thought he'd done it. I thought he'd done that. That through ball to Yamal, I didn't think it was there. I thought the Inter defender was going to get there, but the camera angle deceived me. What a ball by Rafinha. And I thought he'd scored here. Oh, it's a great save. It's a great save. It's Sommer. He'd done everything right there. What a save. He's been very good, Sommer, as well. Corner, Barcelona. Very high. Easy catch. 5 minutes to go. 6 minutes to go. Yeah, great save. Great save. Salah or Rafinha for Ballon d'Or. Opinions on Sunderland, says Dylan. The Ballon d'Or shouldn't just go to a player that wins the Champions League, by the way. It's not like if Rafinha gets knocked out, he can't win the Ballon d'Or. I don't think it should just go to a player who wins the Champions League. I just think it was quite close between Salah, Rafinha, and obviously Barcelona were still in the Champions League, which helps. I don't think there's an Inter player that deserves the Ballon d'Or, is what I'm trying to say. They've been a brilliant team, but I don't think they've got a Ballon d'Or winner. So yeah, you could put Salah back into the argument, I suppose. Here's Yamal. Nice little dink. Still in the box. Good header. They've still got it, Barcelona. I can still see them getting back in. McTominay's got to be a favourite, says Robert McCormack. Hanging about. It does feel like this game has served up such drama that it doesn't feel like we're going to go through the last 5 minutes without a goal, but it's just going to be which team can get it. Barcelona are in again here. Yamal, good save by Sommer. I tell you what, the frequency of accuracy of shot from that Yamal is incredible. It's amazing how he forces a save so consistently. Great feet, great passing, great crossing, but also immense precision in his shots. Technically. Can they play each other every week, says Nelly. Barcelona are now going for it. They're always going to go for it. Rafinha gives a free kick. Sommer was 7 million euros and Arna was 40 million quid, says 1 Inch Wonder. So we've got 3 minutes to go here of what has been a thoroughly enjoy. I mean, I love doing the Champions League on That's Football anyway. And, you know, you look at the semi-final and you go, English Premier League side Arsenal against the very good PSG side. They're the two games we're going to look forward to. But honestly, I mean, I don't think Arsenal PSG first leg was particularly great. And even if it was a classic tomorrow, it will not be able to live with what we've seen across 2 games here. And that's football, isn't it? You can't predict what the good games are going to be. And this has been absolutely magnificent. They are not going to be happy with no Spanish team in either European final, says Martin Saunders. Well, it's not done yet. Crazy thing is, if Arsenal were to beat PSG tomorrow and Spurs and Man United were to get through, we'd have 3 English teams in the 2 major European finals. And yet people think the Premier League's not that strong, you know. But that's a big ask. That's another corner for Barcelona. If only we had a keeper that would keep us in games instead of jeopardising us, says Red Devil. Thank you very much for your super chat, pal. Nearly 32k watching. Thanks everyone who shared the video and got involved. Are we going to get some little bit more drama here? There's still a minute and a half left, plus stoppage time. You'd fancy into the defender corner, and Sommer just tips it over the bar. I think Yamal was shooting from there. I don't think that's the thing you should be doing with a minute to go. I think you've got to try and put your best cross in. Actually, I don't know whether it was Yamal. I can't see. Might be Rafinha. It is Rafinha. Oh, cleared away. I think you're offside there, Lewandowski. Again, linesman's just not giving offsides is quite funny. Chelsea could be in the Conference League final as well, says Aditya. Yeah. No, he wasn't offside, Lewandowski. That's why he wasn't given. Good referee, good linesmaning. Great night as always, Mark. Thank you, says Leon. Yeah, we're back tomorrow for PSG Arsenal, and I do hope we can get some drama in that one as well. But it's not done yet. 30 seconds. Barcelona, before we hit stoppage time, Yamal is tackled. And Inter will run. He's going to look for a pass. And it's Rafinha coming back. 15 seconds to go. Barcelona got to go for it now. The big men are forward. Araujo goes wide. This has got to go to the back post. It's got to go to the back post. Not enough height on it. 2 minutes added on. Still time. Still time. Here's Yamal again. Another good cross. Was better, but good defending Inter. 30 seconds gone of the 2. Barcelona still have the ball. Rafinha goes back post. Lots of space there. Header. Oh, who was going to get there first? The Inter defender got there first. Dembele could win the Ballon d'Or if PSG win it all, says Walter. I don't know, though. I don't know. I think Dembele being in the French league, that sort of, you know. You can't, like I say, you can't win the Ballon d'Or just because you win the Champions League. Like Rafinha, Yamal, Salah, Premier League, La Liga. Dembele, oh, I won the French league. Oh, did you? Well done. It's like brushing your teeth, mate. Everybody does it. It ain't going to be easy now. 40 seconds left of the 2 minutes added on at the end of this epic game of football. Who would have thought when Barcelona finally got in front that we'd be here in extra time with Inter knocking them out? The turnaround is amazing. I think Barcelona might have to accept defeat here. Thuram's been fouled. There's only about 20 seconds to go. Thanks everyone for tuning in tonight. It's been very memorable. It's been brilliant. I hope we can get another one like this tomorrow. We will be back live for that, of course. But Inter Milan are about to do it. They're into stoppage time of the extra time. They've gone for the corner. It's right down where it needs to be. And he's blown the whistle, and Inter Milan are into the Champions League final, and Barcelona go home. Brilliant, brilliant game of football, brilliant theatre here in the San Siro. The old, well, it's not the old lady, the San Siro, but it's certainly a ground that resonates with me and many other people who are slightly older, who remember Pavarotti, Italia 90, and all that drama back in 1990. Well, here we are in 2025, and it's still serving up football drama, football cinema. Yamal, you'll have plenty more, mate. Don't you worry about that. He's had a good tournament. Rafinha too as well. But the bottom line is, there are no favourites in football. You have to earn it. And God, over 2 games, what an absolute spectacle. We've had Inter in front. We've had Barcelona in front. We've had an equaliser with 3 minutes to go to send it to extra time. And then Inter have gone and won it again. There will be disappointment for Barcelona. Of course there will. There will be elation for Inter Milan, of course, as well. But I think in the cold light of day, you can't argue with what we've seen tonight. Barcelona, in a different scenario, might have won it themselves. But the two teams were very evenly matched. 2 clash of styles. And ultimately, I think the winner was the better team. I think Barcelona have got an amazing style of football and it's lovely to watch. And they've definitely got better individual players. But as a collective team and system, the Inter Milan had less weaknesses. Barcelona conceded a lot of goals from defensive mistakes. And no matter how good your attack is, you can't make those sort of mistakes. Realistically, the goal that equalised, better defending, Inter don't equalise. Extra time, better defending, Inter don't go in front. And I think that's the difference across the 2 games. Barcelona's defence couldn't match up. to the Inter Milan attack. And that's what's cost them. But look, it was wafer thin. It was wafer thin. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. We're back tomorrow. Thanks everyone for watching. Superb. Absolutely loved it. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out. I'll speak to you all later, and can't wait for it. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And I hope that Arsenal can make it a game tomorrow, because we are going to see Inter Milan in the Allianz in 3 weeks' time, 3.5 weeks' time. And who are they going to match up against? Who knows? The way it's gone tonight, maybe it could be Arsenal. Speak to you all in a bit. Take care.